Good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell in the world you are. Welcome back to Game Therapy 1000 Insane Worlds. I'm Bruce, and I'm really pleased to be back. It is Thursday, the 22nd of October. Yes, got the date in, remembered. As I say, welcome back to Game Therapy. I am always excited to welcome a fun table of players every Thursday that we play, but I'm particularly excited because I have some familiar faces and good friends playing with us today, and I'm even more excited because we're in Lankhmar. So welcome to Lankhmar as well, folks. I'm going to go around the table or the screen as I see it and get everybody to introduce themselves and their players. So I'm going to start with Jen, who needs very little introduction, First Lady of DCC and all that stuff. Welcome, mate. Good to see you.
Very, very glad to be here. I am going to be playing the part of Sarsha, a thief from the Land of the Eight Cities.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And returning to Game Therapy, we've got Bill William, who is playing...
I am playing Verm, the wizard from the Eight Cities, and everyone in the Eight Cities hates me. He's a clammy albino outcast.
Awesome. Brilliant.
But that's not why we hate you. It's important.
Okay, I like it. Erin, good evening. Good to see you.
Hi there, I'm Erin. I will be playing Isol, the warrior. I'm not from the Eight Cities. I'm from Lankhmar. Sort of tall, thin, pale looking, carrying quite a long bow. And I could be a pretty looking man, or I could be a slightly ugly looking woman. Not quite sure.
Right.
All pale and not from the Eight Cities.
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
Thank you, Erin.
Off to a great start.
And the man with the hat, Phil. Good to see you. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
How's it going? I am playing Moo, although I am desperate to make you all know that it's Mo, not Moo. An Eastern Lands barbarian and a warrior, and I'm fearless, stupidly fearless, which is probably why I've angered more than one person. And yeah, I have one or two foes, probably from a fairly recent mishap.
Okay, welcome, Phil. Welcome, Moo. I'm Bruce. I'm going to be playing Kulan, the thief from the Mingle Steppes. Sneaky-looking chap, with horribly disfigured by a burn scar on one side of his face. And last but not least, Judge Brendan. Hi, mate.
At your service. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's wonderful to have you here. This is my, Lankhmar. I'm super excited about doing this. It's going to be fantastic today. So, if you watching from home, if you know about Lankhmar, you'll know that today we are using the Fleeting Luck special rules, and everyone, all the characters today are going to begin with 1 point of Fleeting Luck. That is a freebie, but they're also going to get one more point of Fleeting Luck for explaining for when they come up with a reason why their character has gotten on the bad side of the current guild master of the Thieves Guild, Hamamel, and which is the reason why they have been put on this particular mission tonight, and what they're doing here. So, can you not hear me? I just got someone said my mic's low. Can you guys hear me okay if you're watching?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Fine here. Levels look good to me.
All right. So, that being the case, okay, so, all right, so right now, our two thieves are upstairs, our two warriors and our wizard are outside the window downstairs, waiting out there with the rope and pulleys to receive the taxidermy moose head. So we're going to start with a sneak silently check from Sarsha and Kulan. Sarsha, Kulan, you were just about to get the thing off the dang wall when all of a sudden you hear some giggling from outside the door, and the door begins to crack open. So you have one chance to hide. Actually, yeah, give me a sneak silently check and then a hide check, because you have to do both in this particular instance. So check for both of y'all. Each.
Okay, I've got a 13 and a 21. So a 13 for my sneak and a 21 to hide in shadows.
All right, 13 for the sneak, 21 for hide in shadows. Okay, you're good to go.
I've got a 13 all round, actually. Not sure how I rolled that, but there we go.
Oh, good to go. Yeah, my mic's up as high as it goes, so, or almost as high. So I'll just try to use more, project more of my mellifluous voice upon all of you. All right, so so you guys scatter. This is not a very big storeroom, okay? And like the whole back wall, you can see where some things have been clearly moved over there and such. And sitting on top of it, not fixed on the wall, but just sitting there, is this giant taxidermy moose head that you're supposed to get down into the wagon. And then the wagon is supposed to take all of you, plus the moose head, off to the back of the silk merchant shop on Immigrant Street, where Smot and Frith will do their things. And then you're going to get it back here by midnight, before the Secret Society of Herspian Valence have their ceremony that they're going to use the moose head for. That's the mission, okay? But right now, the two of you have all sort of like scrambled and are like now sort of like completely hid up there, like on opposite sides of this thing. And in comes clearly one of the rich noblemen of who are attending this event, well, possibly either a member of or someone who's pledging the Secret Society of Herspian Valence, and a serving lady. She is giggling. He is like, "Oh, come with me." He has got a bottle of something, and he shuts the door behind them, and he kind of like throws his cape over his shoulder. "You, my lovely, do not belong serving drinks. You should be festooned with the finest." And like he starts like talking into her neck, and she's like, "Oh, sir, no, sir, you can't." And there's a lot of that going on. Now, you only have so big of a window, but these two here are, and I'm not trying to be technical, okay? I'm not trying to like, you guys are watching at home. I'm not trying to blow everybody's minds. They are about to commence to canoodling. So it's the window is to your back, the door is over like to your left, and right over where the two of them are is in fact the moose head in question. So what are the two of y'all gonna do? The rest of y'all, Verm, Moo, and Izal, you're actually outside in the alleyway waiting. You've got the rope and pulley all ready. The wagon is there. And the team is hitched up to it, and it's you're ready. Your part is ready to go.
I'm tempted to step out of the shadows with the pommel of my dagger. I mean, can I get a backstabbing? But I don't want to. I want to deal non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
Punk.
You can absolutely get a non-lethal backstab in on the gentleman in question.
Then that's what I'm going to try and do. So that fleeting luck we were talking about, yeah.
It's a big old fleeting luck point, unless you get the reason why.
Well, no. Hang on. That's an 8. 9.
Well, we get luck dice, at least.
Yeah, we do. Do you know what? I'm just going to burn 2 points of luck. That makes it an 11.
An 11. An 11 is exactly what you need to hit this fellow for some non-lethal damage. So go ahead with the pommel. We're talking about a D4 plus strength, and then actually I'll treat it like a blackjack. Call it like a die 6. And then you can get to roll your non-lethal crit. They should have a non-lethal crit table just for this. So
they should.
Okay, let's talk. That's 6 points of damage, and crit will be. That would just be a 2.
A 2 on the crit table. I wish y'all could see my arrangement right now because I'm all over Lankhmar books, regular books, pop, my cyanide pill in case things get too bad. Like I'm trying not to like. All right, it's not crazy. I'm sorry. What was your
2 on the crit.
2 on the crit. That is going to be a slash to head removes foe's ear. Inflict plus 1d6 damage to the strike and leave the enemy in the next discard. Now, you're going for non-lethal, so I'm going to change that up. What I'm going to say is, you get him. He like turns the last second. You get him right in the brain pan. Ka-bing! And what you're really looking at here is cauliflower ear. Once he wakes up, if he does and such. So roll me that extra die 6 damage.
It's another 4 points of damage.
Yeah, that's it. Kaboom! You swat this guy, and he falls down there in a heap. And the serving lady like looks down at him and looks over at you and is going to scream in 3. Yep.
I'd like to swoop in from the other side and just pull a.
All right. All right. Let's see her reaction here. I'm gonna roll a d20. On a 1, she's gonna be real quiet and she's just gonna hope you guys just rob the place and don't kill her. On a 20, you've got a former adventurer who's a wildcat and it's a brawl. So we're just gonna go ahead and check here. I'm using the old red guy on top.
Oh.
All right. She puts her hands up immediately, takes a deep breath under your hand, and says, "I really don't want any trouble. If I could just go back to work, please, that would be wonderful."
And in the most female voice that I can muster, that's a really great move.
It's not my first time being robbed here. It's been a while, but, you know.
Just go back out the way you came, and, you know, if you could make sure no one else comes back, I'll make sure and leave a coin for you.
Sure. I think this one probably hit his head. Is that what happened to him?
He drank way too much.
All right.
He's just sleeping it off.
Drank too much, sleeping it off. Gotcha.
His friends can come get him in the morning.
All right. Well, you know, the ceremony is going to begin here. I mean, before 2. I mean, they're getting started now, but.
Right. He probably should have planned his day better then.
All right. So she makes her way, and when the door opens up, you have that moment of like that party moment when you hear like noise coming from downstairs. So this is the Platinum Pelican, okay, which is a rich man's club, right here in actually the rich man's quarter, just a little ways off of what do you call it, street? Looking at my notes here. It's just off of Carter Street. Okay, so the plan has been this is what, you know, I'm going to go ahead and flash back to this morning when the 5 of you were literally taken out of cells where you had been sitting there with like hoods over your head and tied up and thrown there in front of Guildmaster Hamamel, who is just furious. He's like, against my better judgment, I had you all owe your lives to Shmisa the fortune teller, because today she told me that I need to honor the Day of Eels and give people who I'm really furious at a chance at redemption. And it just so happens that the gods have put something in my lap that I need taken care of by some special kinds of people who can do a special kind of job for me. So this is what we're going to do tonight. We are going to, the 5 of you are going to follow the plan I have laid out precisely and to the letter. You are going to make your way to the Platinum Pelican. It's a gentleman's club for merchants and nouveau riche, but you won't find a nobleman in that place. Upstairs, and he goes, at sometime after dusk, some people are going to arrive with a taxidermy moose head. And they're going to put it up there in the storage room until this group, who call themselves, and he literally flips through like a parchment he has, who apparently call themselves the Secret Society of Hruspian Valiance, whatever that means. They're going to have their procession at midnight, which means they're going to take the moose down, they're going to wander around, and then they're going to give everyone else a chance they're going to bring their new pledges in. But before that happens, you're going to sneak in there and get it. You're going to load it onto a cart that I will provide you. You are going to take it to a certain shop, Silkmeister shop on Immigrant Street. You're going to, once it gets there, Smot and Frith are going to go ahead and do their thing. And once they're done, and no one will bother them while they do it, once they're done, you will return it without any being the wiser. And then return here to me. And all shall be forgiven. And I will see all of your standing restored. And he goes over and like pinches everyone's cheeks and kind of pokes you. And I will see everything done exactly correctly. Everything. I hope that's sufficiently clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that was the scene. That was the scene this morning. You guys got a meal after that. He gave you your equipment back, took you out of irons. The plan was explained to you, and now it's part 2. So this man is now laying there. The lady has gone, and up on the wall there is the taxidermy moose head in question. What? Okay, Kulan, Sarsha, you are there. From inside, Moo, Izal, Verb, you heard kind of a thump from the inside because the window's open. You heard something up there. You're not sure.
I thought these thieves were supposed to be delicate operators.
Yeah, well, what do you
Nothing.
expect?
Better not break the moose head.
Well,
No.
we'll find out when we get there, or I don't know. This is ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know why that guy is so furious with me anyway. It's ridiculous. I mean, like, okay, so it was his daughter's wedding. And okay, so he said to me, now, you don't dare go and poke that hornet's nest here, do you? And okay, so I didn't realize it was a metaphor. And there was a hornet's nest and everyone got stung, but that's his fault. He should know better. Ugh. Anyway,
All right,
what are they doing?
Anyway, Moo gets a point of fleeting luck, as we now know why Moo has gotten on the bad side of the guild. Sarsha, Kulan, what are y'all gonna do?
I guess we need to start looking at this moose head, right?
Yeah. How do we get it to the window?
So the moose head itself is huge. It's got antlers all over it, and even here in the near dark, you can see that they've gotten like stuff carved in the interior of these antlers. And it's not up like if you were to get a traditional one, it would be set on like a plaque that we meant to hang on the wall. But the back of this one has actually got handles, and it's meant to be carried. It's like a moose head's kind of up in the air, and it's sort of like this. And now that you look at it, you see that there are ribbons that are hung from the back of it in bright, party colors.
It's a bloody parade float.
A parade moose.
I'm just checking the back. Can't like put it on like a. No, it's not hollow.
When you can see where they kind of made a knot there in the back of it. You'd have to untie some stuff. And, although, give me an intelligence check.
I'm just thinking, kind of pantomime moose.
Yeah. I mean, it's not exactly a pantomime.
A brown-coloured bed covering, or I don't know. Intelligence. Well, that's an 11.
All right. Say here in the silence of the storeroom above the Platinum Pelican, you hear kind of a thunk, as if there's something inside this moose head that just shifted.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to mess with it because, Kulan's relieved to have this opportunity to get back on the right side of the Thieves Guild, having run away from the burning stable. He's got a bit of a fire phobia, and he might have. Look, that rat might have made him jump. He might have dropped the burning brand on the straw. He's not going to hang around. Bad experience in the past. So he's quite keen to get back on the right side of the guild. So he's gonna gesture to Sarsha. Let's and it's not gonna fit easily through the window. Or do you think if we get the angle right,
If you get the angle
antler
right,
first.
yeah, it's gonna 100%. It's gonna have to go antler, and then you have to kind of like go cattywampus to get the nose out there through it there, and then sort of slide the rest.
to me,
and
to
then,
you.
Yeah, and then like the rope already has a loop in there for you to like sort of tie it onto, and then Izal and Moo. The plan is for them to sort of like lower it down there to all of it, while Verm is there keeping an eye out for possible supernatural things. And Verm, you actually have a special thing in all of this. While preparations were going on, he came and told you there might be other interested parties who are interested, and they might have a wizard on staff, and that wizard might, in fact, be Caleb the Roach. So we're gonna
Who the
send
ro-
you just in case.
Who the Roach?
Caleb the Roach. You never heard of him?
Caleb the Roach.
All right. So, what's the, okay, so so we're going to move the moose head out and we're going to put it into the rope thing in there. And so all y'all down there on the ground, you see first this antler comes out like a crazy hand. And like, you can see the two of them. P.S. This thing must weigh 30 pounds. I mean, it's a, it's a moose head with giant antlers and streamers and whatnot. But you guys, you get it outside. And you just get it to where you find the loop, you kind of like tug on it until it's there, and the moose is officially free of the building. It is on top, like hanging from the scaffolding that has been built there for the exact purpose of stealing this moose head and getting it into the cart. And here we are. We're gonna go ahead and lower it on down. So what's the so give me a strength check for Moo and Ezol.
Natural 20. So
yeah,
22.
no problem. Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
Four.
It's coming down slightly lopsided.
Yeah, it's kind of like hanging from one antler where the thing is tied up there.
I'm kind of going.
And now that you can, now that
Yeah,
you've
they're not
got it,
really
like,
paying attention. But,
it's very dim lighting back here in this alleyway. And again, it's dim lighting. The whole alleyway has that Lankhmar aroma that we're all so used to that we barely even notice it anymore. But the thing comes out fairly gently and is going to make it down there to the bottom. Verm, give me a luck check for your guy. Roll a d20, roll low under your luck.
Yes.
All right. You guys get it down there, and we get it up onto the back of the cart, and we start making our way. Okay, and other than the fact that you had to hit somebody and left him laid up there in the in the thing and such, went off without a hitch. So you guys go across town. I mean, it's right now. It's early evening. So it's there's a lot of people that are out there. You actually have to go near past the Southern Barracks in order to make your way to get onto the main streets and such. Once you come out of the alleyway and such to get over to Immigrant Street. But you guys make it there without too much trouble. So finally, you guys get to you make your way up the alleyway, and the alleyway for some reason is full of cats, 30 of them that are all kind of hanging around and meowing and such. As you ride up with the cart and the attached mule, they all kind of scatter, but they don't go too far. They all kind of take perches up on the fences and things nearby buildings. It's sort of watch as you guys make your way there. And you've arrived there at the back building. You have they gave you a special tarp to throw over the moose head, and so you all arrive there in this cart, and the back of the cart has got this great big old lump with eerie things sticking out of the side of it.
The cats misheard and thought we were bringing a mouse head. We were bringing a moose head. Dumb cats.
I'm throwing you the banter coin. Well,
oh, right.
Comes to you.
Someone had to say it.
Brilliant.
Okay. So hop over, do the little secret knock on the back door, and
come on. You give it the secret knock, and you hear someone say, "Come in," which is not the correct response to the secret knock. It's a secret knock back plus one more.
I'll wait a moment and then repeat, see if I get the same answer.
Okay, at this point, you wait a moment and repeat. The door opens up, and you see a couple of Mongol bruisers coming through the door. Big fellas, two of them, okay? They both have oversized clubs, and they're wearing sort of step-style hide armor on and such. And yeah, sure enough, behind them, you see this gentleman along with them, and he is a very, very skinny sword. He's wearing like armloads of bracelets on both arms. He's got he has an actual toga on. He's barefoot, and when he comes out, you can see like wisps of smoke coming from both of his hands. And he steps out there. He says, "No one move. None of you."
My friend, your hands seem to be on fire. Are you
Yes.
okay?
"My soul is on fire with the power of 1,000 suns for those who would cross me."
That's unfortunate.
Well, he says, it's come in handy now and again. Like, for instance, now. So, in this particular instance, things have changed. The plan has changed. As it turns out, he says, Frith and Smort were planning on killing everyone and taking the moose head for themselves. Is that it under there? He says.
No.
What moose?
it's not.
Moose head?
He looks.
Moose?
Yes.
No.
Mouse head?
My sled. Why do you want my sled?
He points over at Verm and he says, "Verm, that's you. You're Verm, right? Am I correct?"
Perhaps. Who are you? You must be Caleb.
Like he doesn't say anything, but one of the Mongols is like, "You said they didn't know us." He's like, "Hey, remove that tarp. I need to make sure on behalf of the guild that it's actually there and it's actually inside there."
I look over to Kulan. They with you?
Just because they're countrymen, I've never seen these fools before. But, come closer, folks. If you want to see what's under the tarp, and Kulan leaps onto the cart, lifts the tarp, and he's going to try and throw it over their heads to buy his warrior friends some time.
All right, I want to see you. I want to see you do it. Give me a. This is an awesome move. So go ahead and give me a range attack that you're throwing the whole way there, and then if it hits, I'm gonna call this an armor class 12 to actually hit. And then we'll do a luck check and see how many guys we actually captured this thing. So give me the tarp throw.
Okay, so I made the tarp throw. That's a 13 without any luck, and that is an 18 on the luck. So I have not done well on the luck.
Well,
check.
what I'm going to say is with the 18 on the luck, you got one of them. So one of the two guards, now this tent falls over them. The moose head is sitting there and such. Verm, you hear singing very gently, very quiet from somewhere way off. And as soon as the tarp comes off, all of those cats start making noise at once. So let's all go ahead and give me an initiative check.
Oh boy.
Yeah. If you were looking at a rock and roll 13 for the bad guys. Bad guys. You know what I'm talking about, Lankhmar.
God, I got the one here.
Bad.
All right, Sarcha, got a 1?
Yeah. Modified 2 for what it's worth.
Hey, I'll
Did we
make
lose our fate and luck for that?
You can use fleeting luck as far as I know. You can use
Do we lose our fate
It's
and
all
luck?
good.
Because
I'll
there's a
bet
one.
cleanup. It's all good.
Oh, on initiative. You know what? I don't. Does it make? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
No,
No,
on
it's a
initiative.
skill. It's skill checks or
Skill
attack.
checks, attack rolls, spell checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
God, I'm a bitch for judge, aren't I? Make note to self. Not on initiative.
That's the way I've always done it. If you roll a d20, it counts.
But see, then I've never done it for initiative, and I stole most of this for the Mojo rules, but he uses saving throws. I don't even make a count on saving throws. I figure saving throws is individual whatnot and such. But speaking of which, Verm, what'd you get for initiative?
8.
An 8 for Verm. Okay, it speaks to how seriously I'm taking today's game that I actually wrote your name with the umlauts. So, Kulan, what'd you get?
12.
Oh, for Kulan. Okay, and then Moo the Warrior.
My second roll of the day, and I got a natural 16 on a D16 plus 4. So
Look at you.
Wow.
yeah, that's it. That's me done for my good dice roll for the day.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. It's early.
Good to know.
And last but never least, Izal.
18.
18 for
Oh, yeah.
Esol.
Warriors are doing it for themselves.
Somebody has to. All right. So Esol, you are first. So you see
I
that
got a 20, including my +4.
Oh, sorry, Moo, you are first. I thought. Okay, I see you saying.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Mo. Thank you very much.
I was going to be Moose by the end of the game.
Yeah, I was gonna-
Yeah, it is.
Moo head, isn't it?
No.
Moose head, moose sled.
All right. So Mo, if you prefer, it is your turn, and you see that you have the Kulon threw that tarp and landed it right over one of the two warriors that are there. It is your turn.
Is the warrior that's covered in the tarp the one nearer to me or the one on the other side? I don't really mind which. I'm just curious.
Say the two of them sort of like came out. So picture it this way: the two of them came out. One was on the left side of the door. One was on the right side of the door, and in the middle was this gentleman.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say he is the guy on to your. As you're looking at the door, he's the one on the left side of the door. So.
Okay, I'm
with the
wondering if I
card-
have any opportunity, and from what you're describing, probably not, to make, as we call in the UK, a kebab, or as you guys would call a kebab, of one or more of these guys with my two-handed
No,
sword.
you could possibly stab one through him into the wall, hopefully hitting a
Yep.
steam pipe. In the U.S., we call that a commando. And
That's something very different over here.
You know, well, you know. All right.
As long as it's not going to damage my sword, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, that I can't guarantee, but I can guarantee that you can make an attack roll. You're trying to stick through the non-covered warrior and try to pin him to the wall behind.
Right. Yeah.
All right. I want to see you do it.
That's 14. And I've got the D4. Hang on. Sorry.
I'm hearing not a 1.
No, 17 in total.
17. Yeah, that's gonna definitely hit. So go ahead and what you get in the actual deed die.
Just a 1.
Just a 1. So you don't pin him to anything, but you can go ahead and roll me some damage.
I'm trying to remember what the damage. Is that a D10? I'm trying to read from the
On
two-handed sword.
Two-handed sword, yeah, D10.
Cool. That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He is still up. He's a tough guy.
Cheers.
But that was Mo so yeah, he is still up. You stab him and he kind of grunts like and he is very, very, very angry with you. Here's one of the wall cats. Trokio the wall cat. Do not stick me with your claws, you bastard. It is Esol. Esol, you're up next.
So having seen that Moo is going after one of them, Isol goes after the one with the tarp over them.
Okay.
He's gonna
go for the
barrel
easy
straight
target.
in. Yeah, but sort of go in for a sort of barrel straight in and up against the wall or down onto the floor. Run straight in, grab them, throw them to the floor, and then try and get a punch in what is roughly the head. But you can't.
Gotcha. All right, so you're gonna go for a knockdown and open strike. So go ahead and you can go ahead and make me a D24 check for your attack roll because tarp, and then add your strength modifier and your what do you call it? Strength modifier and your deed die, and tell me what you get on the actual deed die.
It's 12 in total, and it's a 4 on the deed die.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So 12 in total is going to miss though. So you're 2 points off from connecting with that one.
Fleeting luck.
Let's burn a little luck, shall we?
Sure.
Definitely burn our fleeting luck, and we'll scrub a point of luck off as well.
Okay, so that'll
As a
spend.
reminder, the rest of the players that still have fleeting luck can spend it for her as well.
Yeah, you can take one of mine.
Are you
Take one
sure?
of mine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there
thank
you go.
Thanks, Jen.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Thanks, Jim.
What I'm here for.
You're here to like elevate the whole level of the Lankhmar thing.
No, I'm here to lower your property values, love.
never, ever. All right, so that's a +2. So that's gonna connect, and you got a 4 on the die. So this guy is prone. and you also punch him in the face. So give me a D3 plus the 4 for your D die plus your strength mod.
7.
That's a heck of a hook.
I always say, punch them upside down.
That's terrible. y'all hear, like that, the sound of tenderizing beef as this guy takes one of the chops and is reeling back there in touch. All the cats even seem to howl even more now. Ah! Yeah, they get no, not you. Even more now. He thinks I think he heard me. I'm playing with him. You were such a goof. What are you doing, you crazy thing? It is their turn. So, all right. So the guard number 1, Moo, he didn't think a whole lot of your sword action there. So he is going to try to rear back and swat you with his club. And for his D die, he's going to try to smash your weapon hand so as to make you, either have to fight one-handed or drop your weapon entirely. I'm going to try to smash you across the knuckles. I'm going to get a total of 6, 8, 9, I don't know, 11. 11 get you?
Negatory.
All right. So the other one, Ezal, is going to spend their entire round this round just getting out from under the tarp. They're going to, get themselves loose, and he can sort of rise to his feet for his entire thing this round and such. He has got the development of a shiner to end all shiners, it looks like, but he's clearly coming up with his club. He's still getting ready to defend himself. The gentleman with the bracelets, he throws his hands up in the air and he looks over at Verm and he says, "Verm, I have your name." And he is going to cast some kind of you see him getting ready to cast some kind of wicked spell at you. You can give me a wheelhouse check, D20 plus your intelligence modifier plus your character level.
That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, you realize that he has already resorted to black magic.
Uh-oh.
He is using some wicked spell. You see these, what appear to you to be like little tiny skulls sort of rise up off of his hands and are going to fly at you. You are going to take, a number of them hit you, and you take 6 points of damage from these things.
Oof.
And
Ouch.
he also, for his move action, he also yells. He's like, "Come around the courtyard! Come quickly!" And you hear some more people in the interior getting ready to start, doing whatever it is that they're doing. All right, so that's their whole thing, and it's time for Kulan, the tarp thrower.
Okay, hands free of the tarp now. I'm going to use my move action to knock an arrow. Is Caleb in melee with anybody? He's not right now, is he?
He's not in melee with anybody, no.
Okay, so carefully avoiding anybody who you know how it goes. If I state the fact I'm avoiding things, I'm going to lob an arrow in the direction of Caleb. That's a 22 to hit.
Let me check my chart. Yes, sir. That will absolutely. He's going to take one to the gut.
It's only 3 points, though.
Ooh. All right, Caleb the Roach takes one to the chest. And, he looks terrified. He did not, he thought all he had to do was show up with the smoking hands that y'all were just going to give. And he's like, and he looks bad. He looks like he's not pleased about that. And it is time for Verm to do something.
All right. Verm is going to cast the first spell he ever learned, which is his dagger. So I'm going to hurl my dagger at him. I have martial training, so I get a deed die. If the deed goes off, I'd like the pommel to hit him right between the eyes and maybe blind him.
Okay, gotcha.
Brilliant.
Nice.
I got a 3 on the deed die, 15 on the D20.
18 plus any agility modifier, but yeah. I'm going to say that's going to, give me damage.
All right, so it's a D4 plus the D3. So that's, and 1 point of luck, or fleeting luck, for a total of 8.
8 points damage. Yeah, so he might, that your deed might have worked. He might be blinded for a round, but you did 8 points of damage to the back of this dagger. He took that thing to Cling. he makes the ugly face. Oh, and just kind of sinks down first to a knee, and he tries to yell at somebody like, "Yeah, look!" And he just, rolls over where he is, and is just looking, terrible. He's not looking good at all. All right, so that being the case, it is that was Verm. It is Sarcha. Sarcha, you are last but never least, and you have seen the melee and what's been going on. It is your turn.
Nobody's paying attention to me. I would like to sneak up into the cart and start looking for what we heard rattling around in the antlers.
Gotcha. Okay, sure.
Because I have a niggling feeling that maybe that's what they're after and not actually the moosehead itself.
Gotcha. All right. So you sneak into the cart. Give me a sneak silently check to get in the cart unnoticed.
Well, it's not a 1. I have a point of flint and luck that I'm going to spend, and roll my deed die. God bless it. Okay, and I'm going to spend one of my own points of luck. And okay, that brings me to a 12.
12. Yeah, that's going to. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
the rest of you, Sarcha has totally climbed into the cart. You saw a foot kind of going over one edge. But next round, you can start feeling around inside this thing and try to figure out what's going on. All right, it's the top of the order, and it is Mo.
Yeah, Mo. Thank you very much.
There you go.
So we've still got one. Those guys left?
The guy that you hit, he's still up. He's still up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Rocking.
Okay.
The other one is still up next to him. The man with the bracelets is and the toga on is the one that's like just laying there in the heat right in front of the back door of this shop.
I think I'm kind of in a bit of a targeted frenzy in a way.
You muted yourself then.
No, I did it actually. That's my bad. Can you? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It was.
Shut up, Phil. Just shut up. Nobody cares.
Yeah, whatever, Moon. No one cares. Moving on. No one told me it's your turn.
So I think.
It's like when I went to the drive-through at KFC.
I'm going to go after the guy that I went after before.
Right.
I'm just determined to get this guy out of my way. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't great. But I do need to roll that down as well. That really helped. That would be a 10 if I spent my luck, so it's not really worth it, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try and hit him, but I'm not particularly dexterous.
Gotcha. He blocks it with his club as easy as if he was using a rapier. And fight is going to continue. It is Izal. Yeah. So the one that you hit last round is up and on their feet, but and hasn't got a chance to, and is untarped. So what are you going to do?
Untarped.
All right, if you're talking, you're actually muted. It's not me this time.
Yeah.
I swear to Jesus.
Sorry, we have the curse of the mutes happening in our house. So close quarters. So pulling my longbow now is gonna get messy. Swings round with his short sword, and he's gonna go for the one that he's already punched in the face once, and that's now standing up and possibly looking a little bit dazed.
Gotcha.
Sword straight out, just a nice simple. Straight in. He's going to try and gut him.
Gut him.
Yeah, so across the stomach. Let's see how well we do.
All right, let's see.
18, 19, 20, 23.
23, fantastic. Yeah, consider him stuck. And what did you get on the actual deed die?
It was a 4.
All right, I'm going to say that he's going to bleed for another die 6 damage on your next round, as he has been stabbed in the guts, which is just terrible. I don't care who you are. He'll have the option of spending a round like bandaging himself up instead of taking that damage, but he better kill you. So go ahead and give me damage, total damage.
Damage. That's that one and that one. 3.
All right. Total of 3 with everything. Wow. All right.
No, it's because I
Because you had 4 on the deed die.
Yeah, 6. Sorry, I re-rolled the deed die.
All right.
Sorry, it's been a long time since I played DCC.
It's all good. It's all good. We're all friends here. Just do what I do. Just ask Jen if you have any. That's what I'm doing. About any questions.
I normally just ask Bruce because I normally
Is
just
that
ask
about
Bruce.
anything?
We'll do the AMAs later.
I've got this carbuncle.
All right.
Phil was
so
there
it is. So you stab that one. They are still up on the beginning of your next round. They're going to take an additional die 6 damage from having been stabbed, terribly in the stomach. So it is their turn. So that one, and rather than spend this round wrapping up his wound, that one is going to try to bring his club down upon Izol's head. And that is going to be a I got dice in motion. I got dice in motion, kids.
Let's love that.
Yep. That's going to be here it is. That's going to be a hit. His D die does not go off, but you are indeed struck. So you're going to take 5 points of damage as this cudgel comes down. He went for your head. He kind of hits you like in the shoulder. You got this, you got a bruise popping up on your collarbone. The other one is this one is going to fight dirty against Moo, and it actually reaches into the ground. It's going to grab a handful of dirt and just chunk it at Moo's face and try to get him with that one. So that's a rock and roll 4 on the D die and a 19 on the attack roll, which is a crit for him. So So I'm going to say you're not getting any damage from that, but you are going to be blinded for 3 rounds until you get your crap together with that crit.
So I have to play with my glasses off, so I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know a certain Cyclops mask you could wear that would simulate it pretty good if you wanted to really see what it's like to not. I heard guys talk, you hear things. I don't know. Third base. All right, and then okay, so in the back, this is clearly the back of a silk merchant's thing. Okay, in the back you see another individual show up. This one is carrying 2 backpacks, in one in either hand. Okay, they're both are completely wrapped up with ropes and shovels and picks and everything. And he comes from the corner. He goes, "Is it time? Oh!" And then he is terrified, whatever it's going on there and such. So him and his backpacks, he's going to basically move action, comes out there and sees what's going on. Move action, heads back over to what he was doing and shouting, "There's a fight! A fight!" He yells and such. And at this point, you hear some more of them are running around the side of the alleyway, they're getting ready to. It seems as if they're going out the front door and they're going to run down the alleyway and get over to where you are, but they won't. They don't get there this round. But you can hear them coming and shouting, and they hear the front door banging open from outside there. And this round, most of the cats run forward this round. This one big blonde one up on a post that sticks around watching real carefully. The rest of them just scatter to the winds. And that is what you see. So it is Kulon and then Verm.
So the remaining warrior, or the warrior that's engaged in... Can I get a shot at the guy who's gone running into the building, or is he out?
I will say... it'll be a long shot to do it. I'll give you a shot with your bow.
Yeah, how about I run towards him and then take the shot?
Yeah, you can run towards him. No problem.
But I would be running inside on my own.
You can totally do that. You can run inside and take a shot at that guy.
Okay.
All right. So you jump over the guy we think is Caleb, and land inside. This place has that silk room smell, where there's just that smell with a ton of fabric. And sure enough, there are bolts of cloth standing upright, and there are one whole wall. A quick look around. You can see the door that leads to the actual storefront. Back here, you can see there are a couple of other backpacks. So this guy had 2, and there were 2 other ones back here. Ropes, grappling hooks, shovels, picks, just sort of like, stuck there on the sides of this thing, like in all directions. And then you see him, he is actually like when you get there, there's like a cutting table, okay? And like, he has inexpertly tried to hide there, and you can see his hindquarters sticking out from under like a flap of silk that is.
Rather than taking the shot, then I'm just going to approach as close as I can with my regular movement, and just yell stop, or I'll shoot you.
All right, his butt just freezes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're looking at there. No, don't. All right.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. And that is what you hear. You also that's the whole thing. So it is Verm. Verm, man, you daggered that one dude down. Your dagger is laying there, and again, you hear people running up the alleyway and making it. They're not here this round, but you hear them like on their way up there. You can't tell how many there are.
All right, I'm going to recruit this mingle that just punched Mo.
Gotcha.
So charm person.
Gotcha. He threw a handful of garbage into Mo's face. Mo, you're clearing coffee grounds and God knows what and worse out of your peepers right now. Charm person.
Oh wow, 23 on the charm person.
Yes.
23. God.
Nice.
Yeah, 18 plus 5.
I mean, I believe you. I got a terrible. Here's my saving throw for that guy. Hold on.
Yeah. So, and I can target a number of creatures equal to my level. So I'll just go ahead and pick up both of the mingles, although one of them's bleeding out.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, they both make their saving throws. He lied. No.
What?
The 2 of them quickly, come to, and like the one isn't even like holding his hand over the bloody wound, like coming out of it. Like he's not even like trying to. He's just standing there charmed. So that was awesome, and that is your whole thing. So, Sarsha, you are inside and feeling around in the inside of this moose head. So, sure enough, there's a flap right up under its chin. Okay, so you put your hand inside there, and you can tell there's like the kind of stuffing that they use in these things, sawdust and other stuff. Yeah, but you feel something incongruous inside there. It feels like a tube, possibly made of bone or some other maybe marble, but some other very smooth thing. It's not huge, but you can feel it there in the interior.
Yes, I would like to extract that.
Absolutely. You extract this thing, and it's a scroll case. Okay. And it's got like it's definitely bone, and it's got like a swivel off like kind of a head on the one end of it and such, and maybe like 7 inches long.
I'd like to tuck that inside my padded jacket.
Gotcha.
Like along the side of my ribs, under my arm.
Sure. I'll tell you, this is what I do for that kind of thing.
You can't tell.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a pickpocket check for how well this thing is concealed on a person. Of course, absolutely. Pickpockets.
Nat 18.
Yeah, you it would take a real intense search to find this thing on your body at this point. You've got this thing stashed real nice. Cool. All right, so we'll come back. There you go. It's the top of the order, and it is Moo and then Izal.
What can I do at this point?
You can. Well, I mean, you can.
I'm thinking. I have a vague idea of where this guy was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't hit him.
Try and do a pummel strike anyway.
No, Moo, no.
Moo, you're seeing red.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying.
I'm not seeing red. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, you're out for blinded for a couple rounds. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is round 1 of you being blinded.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm inclined to just try and punch forward anyway. I don't care.
All right, I'll tell you what. You can go ahead. Give me your D die first. If you give me a 3 or better, I'll say you can roll your actual dice.
That was actually a 3.
Is that right? All right. Yeah. So roll a D20. See how you do.
15.
Roll me damage.
Pretty much that.
You know, Moo's not good for much, but you know what he's really good at? Hitting guys in the
Punching
face.
people in the face.
Just,
I
he's
do
like a
better when I
technician.
can't see what I'm doing.
None of these distractions. You know what I'm saying? Give me damage for.
There it is. That's 6, including the deed die.
6 points of damage on him. All right. So you hit this guy in the face, and his head just rockets into the back wall. Pow! He collapses. He's laying there like he'll live, but he is out cold.
Did I get him? Did I get him?
Yeah, you got him, Moo.
Mo!
All right. Speaking of, it's Ezal. Roll me a die 6 for buddy.
4.
Or, all right, he stands there like kind of a dreamy look on his face while his life's blood just leaks out of him. You know, he's not resisting. He's just like standing there like, Verm is my friend. But what are you going to do this round, if anything?
So he's standing. Does he actually say, "Verm is my friend"?
No, he is standing there.
He's
He has
just
not been
looking
given any
all-
instructions. He looks
Okay.
glazed, and give me a luck check. Roll me a d20 and roll low under your luck check.
Yes.
Okay, you have not seen Verm pull this trick off, but you know it's in his repertoire. You've heard stories around the guild that Verm can make people just with a word and a gesture can make people do as told.
Okay. So, Isel turns to Verm and goes, "Verm, are you doing your magic thing on this one?"
I am. He should fight for us now. Oh, look, another cat.
Awesome. Hi, buddy.
Aw.
And with that, Isel sort of goes, "I'm not gonna bother with him then," and then just spins around and scans to see is there any other targets to hit. And
You hear people rushing up through the alleyway, but you don't see anybody. Like, get down this way! Come on, go! You hear.
Okay, with that, Isel swaps out his sword and readies his longbow.
All right, so you're going to drop that and have your bow out and be ready to
Gets into a position with his bow, covering the alley.
All right.
You can hear people are going to be coming from that direction.
Yep.
Readying it.
Absolutely. All right, so you have a set action and you are ready to do this. Well, I'll tell you what. Here comes some bad guys running down the alleyway. So if you don't mind dropping your initiative down with 13, you can go ahead and take a shot on the first guy that comes around the corner over there.
Okay.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
One of those. 12. 16.
All right. You got a 16. No problem. That's a hit. These guys look just like local thugs. You know what I mean? Like these guys aren't like they aren't those like they aren't Mongols. They just look like they have the pale look of Lankhmar dudes. They're coming around there. The guy up front's got a knife. The guy behind him's got a dagger. And there's a third one. So give me damage in the attack roll.
5.
All right. So he is still alive, but he looks bad. Like that arrow took him deep, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he is stuck, but he is still coming. The three of them are going to charge up. Basically, this round they're still charging up, and then next round they can be in melee. They're ready for melee for next time. I said the one that you shot's got a dagger. The other two have clubs, and fight is going to continue. And it is Verm. Verm, I got more guys. Just rolled up around the corner.
How many guys?
3 of them. One of them with an arrow. Like real. It looks like
All
a chore to get that arrow out of him. You know what I mean? Like you're not looking forward. No one's looking forward to actually having to dig that thing out. So.
All right. Verm is going to pull out his little. He's got a little incense thing and light it real quick, and it's sort of this combination of burnt plastic and chili powder. And swirl that thing around his head a little bit, and then he's going to fire off a color spray
Oh, nice.
Oh, evil.
down the down the alley. That's a 16 and a 5 is a 21.
Yeah.
Up to 3 targets can be targeted.
That's 2 saves, blind or unconscious.
Yep.
All right, guy number. And what's my number? 21.
20. Yeah.
All right, number 1, blind and unconscious. Number 2, blind and unconscious. Number 3, blind and unconscious. All right. So the 3 of them run around the corner. A rainbow light just sort of strikes these guys and, flashes down there in touch. And somebody from a nearby, like you hear someone yell, "Hey, knock it off down there!" from a nearby window. Someone starts screaming at you. But that is what you see. So the 3 of them just go down in the heat. How many rounds?
2d4 plus 1.
Give me a roll there, cousin.
3, 7, 8 rounds.
All right. So at this point, the 2 guys out back are controlled. These 3 guys are unconscious or are blind and unconscious for a couple of rounds. And Kulon is inside, pointing his arrow at this guy's hindquarters. That is what you hear. And so at this point, essentially, you've got 8 rounds where these guys are, incapacitated. So you guys can just act for a moment here. What are y'all going to do?
All right, I'm going to go scoop up my dagger and coup de grace Caleb.
Okay, you scoop your dagger up.
Don't, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah, stab him. Yeah, you have just killed
Armbands too.
Yeah, and loot the corpse.
Yeah, you stab him to death and loot the corpse. He does. He's got 2 arms full of all these different kinds of bracelets. He has got an amulet like tucked under the one side of his toga. It looks like, it's got magical significance, symbols and things there on the edge of it. Not an amulet, a medallion. Call it a medallion. It doesn't open. It's a medallion. And tucked into the back of his thing, he's got like in the back of his thing, he's got a razor blade, just like a little tiny one, stuck there in the back there. He had a spell he had to cut himself for. He was ready for that
I thought
action.
it was some spur of the moment grooming. You never know.
No. All right, what's everybody else doing?
I think I'd like to run into the building and see if we can't find our benevolent captor.
Gosh. All right. You run into the building. In the back room, Kulon is there and has his arrow, has his bow pointed at a fellow who was trying to hide under the cutting table and doing maybe with another minute he would have pulled it off. But clearly this did not work out very well for him at all.
Kulon's going to suggest the gentleman makes his way out. I can see him quite clearly. I've got a particularly good shot on his buttocks right now, and I have got a particularly sharply barbed arrow. No. My countrymen are known for their fine horse bows and their viciously barbed arrows. I have a perfect target and very short range here.
Please, do not. This isn't any of my. I didn't want any of this. This isn't even my fun. I didn't want to be here.
Step out and explain yourself, and you may yet live. So.
All right. He crawls backwards on his hands and knees, and then sort of flops over. So he's sitting on the ground with his hands up in the air. He has released both of those backpacks. They're like in the middle of the room there, and he is sitting there looking terrified, just terrified.
Okay.
Like a guy maybe in his 40s. He's got like very baggy eyes. He's kind of got like a sparse head of hair, and just looks doesn't look like there's not much to him. Maybe he's like 5'3" and 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like just a little bit. All right, outside your charmed guys who are charmed for I'm assuming ever.
Yeah, it's gonna be weeks. Yeah, depending on how smart they are.
They continue to stand there. Other guys are unconscious. What's everybody else doing? Moo, what are you doing? It takes you a few rounds to get your eyes.
I'm just going to ask people if there's any like water or something somewhere I can wash the stuff out of my eyes, and then start muttering about this useless guild and how they can't even hold themselves up in a fight. Clearly.
All right, gotcha. So Moo, because no one calls him Moo. Moo.
It's Mo, damn it.
Moo is still like, he is kvetching and getting it together. And there you go. The other guys, are we going to let them wake up naturally? Your friend, the guys in the alleyway? We got about 3 more rounds, or
No, we probably ought to go take care of them.
Yeah. Isol wants to try and take one out. He's been practicing a sort of quite a neat little trick shot with an arrow. It's the reason why the guildmaster's not very happy with him. He managed to take out guildmaster's favorite budgie.
His one of his he you didn't even know he raised pigeons. It's hardly even fair. But take a point of fleeting luck for I believe that's birdicide.
Yeah. What no one knows is that actually...
He got in the way. I mean, he got in... I should have been practicing the shot indoors and probably not where I did. But...
Gotcha.
There might be a rumour going around that actually the shot came off perfectly and that Isol's actually a little bit better off financially as a result. Whether or not that's true.
You don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the fullness of time. So it's very easy to go and coup de grace the 3 of them out there in the alleyway. Give me a luck check for Isol.
Yeah, no.
You know, Megan. All right. So while you're working on the 3rd one, this drunk guy who had been standing in the alley peeing apparently comes out, finishing up like, and he's heading off the street. They must have all walked right past him, and he must have been standing there this whole time.
Guys, we need to bring the bodies in before the watch comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should leave one of these guys alive so we can find out what the heck happened with this double cross.
You should have told Isol like a minute ago, because
as I walk back out from the silk shop, hey, let's keep one of those guys. Well,
we've got the guy inside.
Kulan, hold your shot.
Well, and the Mingles are pretty friendly, but I don't know if they know anything. They might just be hired thugs.
I know the feeling.
Hey, Brendan, I'm gonna take a breather and recuperate. Spend a point of luck.
All right, go ahead and spend that point of luck. Make a roll.
3 plus stamina plus level is.
Does
5.
the back of the shop connect to a storefront or something?
It does connect to a storefront.
Is it occupied?
Okay, you poke your head in and take a look. There are a couple of candles burning. Also in there, you see Smot and Frith. Well, philosophers might argue if it's actually Smot and Frith, or simply the vessels that once their souls did indeed live upon during their all too brief time upon our
They're
earth.
dead, aren't they?
Oh yeah, both of them there with their throats cut and are laying there like,
I run up to lock the front door of the storefront.
Okay, you go over and lock the. Good call. Yeah.
Make sure that any window covering, any shutters can be closed. Make sure no one can look in. Yeah. Maybe flip the little close sign.
Sure. There were, the windows were all barred, but there are like silk curtains behind all of them in different colors, so you can see all their silk.
Yeah.
And you can kind of drag the silk across everything. You know what I'm saying? Lock it up. There's even a door bar you can put there to block the front door.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, you lock the front door with that. The rest of y'all drag the other bodies there into the interior. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, you guys drag all of the bodies inside, and now it is just y'all, the 2 charmed Mongols, and this fellow, the little fellow who is there, very, very, very scared of Kulan, very frightened.
So I'm waiting for an explanation here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were supposed to, Mr. Caleb, he he told me that if I just had to show up and translate something for him, and then we were going to go into a. There's a map, okay, but it's a special map, and there's treasure. I'm supposed to be able to. I'm just the translator, okay. Okay. My name is Zazu, okay, and I'm a translator, and I'm a language expert, and I was supposed to, in case he needed me to translate something on this map for him, I was supposed to do it. And then he told me to be ready to bring these packs up. I don't know what they're for, but he said to be ready with them if he needed them at a moment's notice. Look, I don't know anything about this. This is not. I swear, if you let me go, I will leave. I will go back to the 8 cities, and I will go back to where I came from. You will never ever see me again. I swear. I swear by all the gods of the street of gods. I swear by every god of every temple that ever lived here.
Okay, stay there, guys. What are we gonna do?
Check the packs.
Yeah, let's check out the packs.
Okay.
Check out the packs. Look for a map. Anyone know anything about a map?
Well, Zazu, where is the map?
I don't know. He said that the people that stole it were going to be here, and that we were. It's Caleb.
Oh, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
It's gonna be in the moose head.
Kalan, come here to the front of the store. I think I found something.
Where did you find this exactly?
In the moose.
That would make sense. Okay.
Here, I found it up front.
And we open the scroll tube and look at the map.
Okay, you open the scroll tube to take a look at the map. Verm, you are still in the other room with the cutting room, but that singing you heard earlier, you start hearing it even louder now. It's kind of ethereal, thin singing.
Hey, do any of you hear that?
Do we?
You do not. No one hears anything except for Verm. However, Verm, you have noticed before that given your greater magic sensibilities, sometimes in some cases, you have actually heard, like, there are things that you've seen and experienced that people who are not non-initiates have never been able to to experience.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just be wandering around, kind of seeing if I can find the source of that while they're talking.
All right, give me a very easy intelligence check. D20 as your
I like very
five
easy.
or better. 5 or better.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah, you know what? It is coming from, you think, the map. So Kulon, you unroll this map. Okay, so this is it's an ancient scroll, super old. Like, even as you unroll it, like, the edges crumble a little bit, but once you unroll it, it flattens very, very nicely. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you unroll a scroll and it's like that. This one must be on very good quality vellum because it unrolls, like, beautifully. Okay, when you unroll it, you see what looks to be it's a map of some kind of outdoor area. It looks like there is a river that passes by a wood, and in the center of the woods, you see what appears to be this castle. And the map guy has cleverly drawn in the interior of the castle and actually drawn, like, little tiny rooms and stairs and things there on the interior. It's a really, really exceptional map. You've never seen its equal, never.
Wow. And what's the
Pretty picture?
Yeah. What's the the guy was talking about translating it. So are we able to decipher what's on it? Is there scripts on it? Is there a key?
All right, so you know what? There are some very small words up in the one corner of you take a good look at it and you see these words.
We can only read small words, Brendan.
No, these are written teeny tiny there in the corner, like almost built into the illumination around the border of this map.
Ooh.
You check it out.
I think we're all pouring over it at this point.
Okay, so cool. Okay, so Sarsha, you're there too, like looking over it. Izal, Moo, Verm, all y'all.
Yeah.
All
Just
right, you
I'm
guys
probably
all
not.
peering
Yeah.
over.
All right, Moo, you're gonna hang back and be like, nah, not so much.
I've taken a hand mirror out of my bag, and I'm just kind of preening myself, making sure that I look good before applying some more oil, and
Gotcha. You are sorry. You
Yeah, I'm
are a
back.
bit covered in junk, so that's not good. So as you all right, the rest of you guys, you're like, oh, there's words here. And all of y'all lean in. Izal, Sarcha, Kulon, Verm. You all lean into this thing and take a look at it. And all of a sudden, all of you hear this singing. And Verm, you hear the singing that you heard before get much, much louder. And then you find yourselves suddenly it's almost as if you're falling into the map. Like you're gently falling. At first you're off your feet and taken up and you're like, wow. And then all of you slowly are falling down, falling actually into the map. It's like suddenly you guys all find yourselves on the edge of this thing. Okay, so you see yourselves exactly. So you are in the edge of this sketched out woods with sketched trees and sketched things, and all of them done in very careful calligraphy and stylized, but they're definitely all sort of drawn into this thing there. So you're on the edge of it's as if you all look normal to yourselves. You look down, your hands look normal, one another look normal and such. Everybody, but everything that you're looking at here looks as if it is both real and solid looking, but clearly an illustration at the same time. And there's and at the edge of this wood, you see this sketched woman who is there singing, and she's someone has done they've drawn her carefully from the neck up, but the rest of her is just a very quick sketch. So her face is very realistic and well done and carefully done, but her hair is just a mass of the curls that you might draw on a 5-year-old, curl. And the body is just as sketched out almost like a placeholder where something wasn't fully drawn in there. And she is there. And when she sees you, she kind of smiles and she puts her hands out to you and is like, and she continues on like that. Moo, you're there looking in your mirror what the heck? When all of a sudden you hear flip, 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 and you see that when you turn around and look, you see that the that map is now laying on the floor in the front room of the silk shop, and you do not see Kulon, Izal, Sarcha, or Verm.
How large is this map? Is it a big old map?
It's by 7 by 11 or so.
Okay. So I basically I look around. Guys.
Didn't see that coming.
You pick it up, take a look. Yeah, you know what? You take a look in there, try to see what the fuss is all about, and suddenly, as you guys are all standing there with this woman, she looks up again and she starts singing towards the sky, and you see Boo ah! But what eventually you kind of
I'm fearless
fall.
though.
Yeah, you are fearless. So you're
do a
coming down
superhero landing.
Yeah. Take a point of fleeting luck for the superhero landing. Boo lands there. He was
Hand with a deed die.
Yeah, he's been planning to do this for days. Stands up and looks really good. He just finished getting his hair together and everything and all oiled. You're pretty sure the rest of you maybe are background players in Moo's drama. The one where he lately comes to the map.
Boo is the hero of my story.
That's Mo. Thank you very much.
All right, so all of you now are on the edge of this illustrated woods. What do y'all do?
So you know that Caleb conscripted that guy to be the one that falls in and does all this work for him, right? Hopefully he doesn't think to try to come in after us. Look at the lady. Can you speak? I mean, must you continue that? Can you use words? I
Nice.
deign to be with a
Oh.
personality of 8. So
Isol tries
Instantly, she goes over and takes both of Isol's hands and is like mirroring you, like your moves and your song, and they're like, oh. It's just,
How many of us have done this with our cats?
isn't that right, you? Isn't that right, you? Oh,
yeah,
right.
you're right. They totally are scene stealers.
Oh, I know, right? My co-GM here.
Oh, bless.
He really is. He is seriously. I know I always could make fun of, but he's the sweetest cat I've ever owned. Trokio is so sweet. Here we go. There we go. Someone says, I'm looking at the thing. Yeah, that's Trokio. That's one point of fleeting cat. That is one of my. You probably will never see Esme because she lurks all the time and hates to be picked up or looked at. But she's around too. Yeah, only at 3 a.m. does she want to visit. So one of those cats. We love her though. So now all of you are on the edge of this sketched woods, with again like sort of sketched trees all there. Isol and this woman are both like having that moment of they're and like Isol, you're not a great singer, and now she isn't either. You know what I mean? Like that she's mirroring you. Now you both sound awful together.
Yeah.
Well, it gets that point of fleeting luck, right?
Oh yeah, take a point of fleeting luck for Isol for singing along there.
Getting her completely out of tune.
Did that guy hate you because of your singing?
Worm, what just happened?
I don't know.
You're supposed to know this. You're
You're the magic guy. That's why we bring you.
Yeah, no, this is all new to me. Ma'am, kind of pat her on the shoulder. Where do you live?
That's a laugh.
picturing this beautiful face with a stick figure body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like a complete kid sketch, but with a great face and terrible hair too. Someone, it looks almost like they got bored and just said, okay, and hair. You know what I mean? Like slopped it on.
That's unfortunate.
Mo, can you do anything with her hair?
I can laugh at it.
Or is it just your own hair that?
Yeah. I don't have a brush or anything. I've just got a mirror
Ah,
and a water skin, which
God,
may or may not have water in it. It's probably got oil in it.
Don't give her the mirror.
It's got it. It's all Dapper Dan. You got a
Yeah, I've got it all under my fingernails, but I look great.
yeah, is any of this like familiar or?
No.
Yeah. No.
This is all new on you. Yeah, this is you're not sure what's up here, but this is
Okay, what's the best direction we go?
she points towards the castle and she starts singing like a different. Well, okay, she points. You can't quite see it from here. You can just see trees, okay? But you saw the map though. You know what I'm saying? So she points in that direction and then makes kind of a different like
Oh, we've
I like how
got.
Brendan goes. I just love how you just went out of focus as you were doing that. It was like some kind of ethereal thing.
that works really well. Yeah.
I can't ever force it, but it'll happen sometimes.
So, silly question. There wasn't like any X marks the spot on the map or anything really, really obvious as to where. The quick look we got before we got.
No, the most detailed bit was the most detailed bit of all of it was the castle. But like the woods were kind of drawn sort of like almost stylistically.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like trees and pretty leaves and whatnot and such. There was a border around the outside of it, like an illuminated border with little tiny little illustrations here in the corner and such, and those words that you tried to read down on. But other than that, though, you don't really. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Anonymous Gifter. Hey, you are awesome, Anonymous Gifter. Thank you very much. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Nothing but
Thank you
love,
very
and
much.
whoever you are and such. And if it was one of you, All right. I know. My guess is either Aaron or Jen, because as we all know, Anonymous was a woman. Look that up. You go look that up. All right.
And
so,
I think Erratic Buffooneries figured out what those words said. Apparently, they said cartography by Doug Kovacs. Thank you.
Oh my gosh! You know what? Like this would be a very different kind of. The singing lady would have been outside, and the mat would be full of cats. That'd be
Okay, so Kullan's going to have a look at the woods. Kind of wary of sort of magical forests and woods and stuff. But try and figure out if there's a path based on where she was gesturing. If there's a direction that looks obvious to follow.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me an intelligence check as you sort of like look throughout there. That's
an 11 again.
All right. As you look through there, I mean, there's you know which direction to go in. Let's put it that way. I'll say that. You don't see any creatures in there or anything, and thanks for the love, Ground Keelyman. You're all welcome. You don't see anything you know the direction, but you don't see a path. Put it that way.
Well, being from the land of the 8 cities, it's all about living amidst the forest. I mean, very few of the 8 cities there use anything other than natural means for buildings and whatnot. So this is just a weirdly animated version of my homeland. I feel more at home here than I do in the smelly city.
It's beautiful. Whoever drew these, actually, you give me an intelligence check too. Whoever drew these woods, they paid more attention to the trees than they did to this lady. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I get fleeting luck.
Fleeting luck. Take a point of fleeting luck. You get a point of fleeting luck, and for a 20, and you clearly see a pathway through. And you know what? There's only one pathway you can take because the rest of the trees are full of snakes. Now that you're in here looking, you're like, oh my God, look at that! Like there's snakes. But there's one path in the middle where if you kind of go left, zigzag, left, like almost like a wandering path that someone carefully drew. You take that and you can avoid all of the snake trees. But yeah, you can totally make it through there.
I've got this, and I will start trudging up.
Okay.
Oh man, can't we go the fun way with the snakes? Fine.
Go your way.
Snakes no good.
Go mine.
I'm gonna take a little bit of water from my water skin and pour it on like a little drawn shrub and kind of rub on it and see if is it really ink or is there some permanence to it?
You start doing that, okay, and kind of like make it like do that and such, and pretty soon, go ahead and give me a strength check.
10.
Okay, so here's what happens. You pour a little bit of water in your hand and start actually putting it there like on the ground, like at the base of one of these trees to see if you can actually erase it, okay? And like, you feel it getting wet. You feel the water saturating the tree, and then suddenly your hand plunges through as if there was something drawing you through from the other side, okay? Like a vacuum is like pulling you into there, and you're instantly, boom, up there with your face up against this thing, and like something is dragging you in more while the edges of the hole in this whole thing that you just made are slowly getting bigger and bigger. You're going to take...
I squeal like a schoolgirl.
Yeah. You take 3 points of damage, and you feel yourself being sucked into... We don't know.
Can I try and grab the shoulders?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get...
Izol also spins round and
right.
grabs.
Yeah, so one shoulder each.
Yeah, you guys, both of y'all give me a strength check, working together. High number takes it, 10 or better is a +1.
I'm glad I recuperated because that would have killed me.
One of these. 10.
At 10, and how about Izol? 1.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah. So here's what happens. Like the tear that Verm makes is getting bigger, and you get a whole leg stuck in it. You actually go down to like your leg. So now his arm is in there and your leg, and it's getting bigger. And Moo on a 10, you do not get those guys lifted out on a 10. And this thing is just enlarging.
Guys,
This is bad.
Help!
Help!
guys, help.
Help!
Hey, singy lady, should we let him fall?
She's horrified.
Okay, so Kulan's dancing around at this point. He's only a little guy. He's not much meat and bones. He's just trying to see if he can. He wants to help, but he doesn't want to get anywhere near the hole. So he's like looking at Isol and Moo and see if he can grab an appendage and you know.
I will say, yeah, you can grab somebody's. You can either grab Isol's arm or Verm's leg.
I'll grab Isol's arm.
All right, you grab Isol's arm. Give me a strength check to drag Isol out.
That was a 9.
9, yeah. Unless you want to spend some luck points. Round 1, not doing it.
Okay, all right. I'm going to spend 2 luck points here.
All right, do it up.
That's 15.
Yeah, you get Isol like launched out of there and grabbed up. This same round, Sarsha, Moo, you didn't make it. Sarsha, you want to try helping Worm out too?
No, man.
That's no. I know that look. That's like when I ask my wife if she'll do the dishes for me on any given night. I mean, you know, I'm kidding.
That's exactly it. I will resignedly stomp back over to Verm.
All right, give me a roll.
So I have a modified 5.
Modified 5. This round, nothing happens. Okay, so one more round. At this point, this hole is getting bigger. You guys have got one round to get Verm out of here before he is.
All right,
removed.
Verm is gonna start chanting. I have to burn a point of luck to do this, but I'm gonna cast Enlarge.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe I can plug the hole with myself.
But that's going to be a rude surprise for those of us holding on to it.
Yeah, I've been on fire with the spell rolls today.
Yeah, man.
24.
Dude, as a weightlifter, you make a great magician. So,
I triple in size.
all right. You get big enough to where you are now like you outgrow the hole's ability to suck you down into there and touch, and are able to sort of like lift yourself away from there. But like looking down, like you can still see where the edges of this hole, which is big enough for an arm and a leg, are still kind of damp, and they still slightly getting bigger as you watch. And the sketch lady is like,
What is there anything visible through the hole?
black, pure black, a blackness like you've never seen before, looking into the night of night.
Yikes.
Black mirror. None more black.
Phil, damn you. You know what? I will turn this adventure right around. You want to go back to the Pelican? Because we can do it. We can go right now, Phil.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So Verm basically fixed his own problem? Kinda?
Yeah.
Looks like.
And now I'm gigantic. How long does that last?
You're, that's
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was going to say 20 rounds then.
Try not to interact that much with me.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Maybe?
Verm, can you see anything from up there?
Oh, that's a good question.
Now you're 3 times
Now from
bigger.
here, hey, there it is. You can totally see the castle. You
I'm like
can
18
also
feet
see
tall
the,
now.
Yeah, you can also see the path, and you can see that, like, basically, outside of the path, like on the sides of the path, is a clear line of like nice trees, but outside of that, literally one tree outside of that, and every one has an S-shaped snake, sort of like up there around there, like looking around there, and like they have a mouth and 2 little jagged bits, but you don't see any eyes or other features. They're all kind of like just waiting on someone to get up close, just waiting.
Verm, how large are you now?
18 feet tall.
So I guess if you were to carry us, we'd get there a lot quicker.
All of you?
Good call.
Oh,
I mean,
Did my
He's a lot
robes enlarge with me, or am I standing there buck naked?
No, all your gear,
That's
what kind
too
of game you
bad.
got run here? All your gear has been enlarged
All right.
along with you.
all of your gear.
Thank goodness.
all
Oh,
of
shit,
my
you know-
gear.
Weirdos.
We're 12. Yeah.
I know, right? I'm about to put somebody in a timeout.
Giant water skin now.
Yeah, I gotta deal with enough of this stuff, Julian.
All right. But now that you can see here, you can see there's a clear path that takes you right to the castle. You can see that there are, like I said, and then like as long as you stick to it, you don't go past any of the trees containing the S-shaped, very easily done snakes.
Yeah, I'll relay all that information and
Avoid the lazy snakes. Got it.
avoid the lazy.
Let's
There's the good trees, and then there's the bad boy trees.
Yeah.
All right. We make our way down this path? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All of you guys, you make your way down to this actual castle. The castle is a child's rendering of a castle, very, very well done. It's boxy. It's got completely like rectangled off crenellations across the top. Every corner is a tower. Every tower has a shield-shaped window in it. At about like the exact same height and such. And like once you get here, like over it, like it's this whole place is kind of neutral tempered, but it's warmer here. And you look up into the sky, and like one of the illuminations is up in the sky above it, a smiling, friendly sun, just radiating like sketched out lines of heat off of it that you can feel down here at the base of the castle. There's one gentle, fluffy cloud also up there amongst with it, and that's what you see. The castle, there's no moat, but there is a door. It is a square door that with a doorknob.
Do any of you have any sort of writing implements?
I have a parchment, but
Well,
nothing to write with.
yeah, we've got all the
Journals.
parchment we need. Just wondering if we had a pen, if we could like start drawing ourselves stuff. Oh, bummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been.
What about charcoal? What about burning it, getting a branch? Will it burn and can we actually get like charcoal off it?
only one way to find out.
Let's
What
try.
are you gonna? So you're gonna take a sketchy branch off of off one of these trees,
Yep.
a nice tree presumably, and then how are we going to ignite it?
With a torch.
All right. Well, no one has a lit
Well,
torch.
okay.
So,
All right.
does someone have a flint and steel? Does that
Somebody
come in?
must have a flint and steel or something.
I
I've
mean,
got candles, but
I had to presume I had thieves' tools.
Yeah, these might not be the greatest character sheets ever.
All right. I'll tell you what. Everybody can. Okay. Someone. Okay. Since Bruce, since you asked, give me a luck check to have a flint and steel lighter on top of it.
There we go. Prop department rules.
The prop
Did it.
department.
Did it. Yep.
Yeah.
We have a flint and steel.
Yeah. Did you make the check?
Yeah.
You make it. You have flint and
Yeah,
steel.
yeah, we're good. So
I've
I
got to say,
will.
I'm loving Grog Healy Man's suggestion that we draw battle cat mounts.
All right. Okay. So, sure enough, you light this thing up with your torch there. Wow. Can you ever light these things up? This thing blazes up really, really quickly. And now it's
Okay.
burning incredibly bright. Go ahead and give me an agility check.
Oh,
19.
Okay, so you're managing to keep this thing up in the air. It is threatening to go wildfire as the flames coming off this thing suddenly, they grow enormous and like not sketched flames, but like,
Okay. So now
real
I'm actively
proper-
trying to put it out, trying to get it on the floor and try and stamp it out.
Give me an agility check on top of that. And like the rest of y'all look up, you see the sun has not appeared. The sun's like, no sir, no liking.
14.
14, yeah. With a 14, you manage to get it out. You throw it on the ground though, and like you kind of step on it a couple of times, and like once it's out, you can see that there is another hole now in the bottom of the stick with the
Okay.
edges all kind of like charred around the outside, and beneath it is black. Like a black, like you can't even believe. A black you could lose yourself in just by looking into it.
We're
Okay.
on paper.
We are on
Suboptimal.
paper.
Yeah,
Is there
in
anything
retrospect,
left?
that seems like a terrible idea.
So don't do that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, don't fall
Sorry,
in the
guys,
hole.
but is there anything left of the branch? Is there any sort of charcoal-y, anything that we can sketch or draw?
I will say that you can kind of put your fingers around the edge of it, and
Okay.
like around the edge of the hole, and sort of
Yeah,
like
okay.
collect some of the ash.
Okay. Okay, I think it was Verm's idea. So you got some parchment. You wanted to try and experiment, try and draw something?
Yeah, let's try to draw a funky little squirrel thing. No, that'll come
Okay.
to life and eat us.
Let's make sure we get the scale right here as well, right? So anything we draw has got to be smaller than people. So let's draw some people. We good with that?
Oh,
Some
yeah.
stick figures?
I was thinking like something inanimate, like a little dagger or a sword or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
take
so
it
on the
away.
ground, use the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of this charcoal branch and try to sketch out a little sword.
Yeah, give me a personality check.
Personality is my dump stat. 9.
The rest of you are like he gets done. He's like, no, nothing. And the rest of you are like, is that supposed to be a dagger? That's terrible. Like it's like an arrow.
Fish. I mean, it could be either. Go either way.
Yeah. It's so smudgy and whatnot that you're just, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't, like it's definitely like you can see it. It's there on the ground, but like you can't pick it up or anything. You can't,
Yeah, we would have to like draw it on the ground or something. But yeah.
Do one of you guys want to try? You're probably better at this drawing.
No,
thing.
there's a door in front of us.
What, the hole in the ground?
No, he said there was a castle. It doesn't have a moat, but it has a
totally
door.
squared off door.
We've got
All
to
right.
go to
Yeah, let's go check that out.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
probably the place to get something to get out of here.
Okay, so you open the door up, and this is like the interior of this happy, like looking castle, and the door opens up. It's I'll say that the door is exactly 10 foot tall and squared off. So Verm, you're gonna have to crouch down.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, maybe we could wait a few minutes. It'll wear off.
That's
You
why
wanna-
we're killing time. Okay.
Okay, so you want to wait until Verm is normal size to open the door up?
Or I could just like pull myself up over the wall into the courtyard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Oh,
It'd be easier. The walls are about 15 feet, so it'd be
Yeah.
easier for you to hop the crenellations and to go through the door. All right, you kind of clamber over. The rest of you guys go inside, and there is like the actual. So this is the wall of the castle. Inside is the building, and like along the outside of it are like someone put a lot just like they put a lot of time into the trees. There are beautifully sketched flowers all along the outside of this thing, like just perfectly shaped tulips all around the exterior there. And this one doesn't have a door to the interior here. It just has like an archway. But inside, you see something moving. You see like the vague lines sketching, each kind of like moving around to the left and right of it.
Did anybody else see that thing moving?
Saw something move.
Yeah, you saw.
Did anybody catch what it was?
Thing. Shadow.
Was it a badly drawn dagger?
Is that what it was?
Is this a
Wait,
a badly drawn dagger
I'm
I see before?
speculating.
Is it Verm having climbed over the wall?
I thought
Verm's
he
kind
just
of
did a
behind you.
lowercase t.
I feel like with all of the detail put into the flowers, I will attempt to pluck one of the flowers.
All right. You pluck a flower and you have a perfect looking like tulip, that you can hold in your hand. I mean, it doesn't smell like anything but paper, but it looks perfect. Like as far as a really nicely done.
I will carry it with me.
All right. You have a paper flower that you have
Nice.
retrieved from this area. All right. You pluck a flower. That's all. Whatever you saw through the archway seemed to get out of eyesight, and now is remaining out of eyesight. Y'all can still do something.
Just go in.
All right, you guys all go in. All right, you guys go in, and everyone give me an intelligence check. Give me a 12 or better.
Nope.
And as soon as I shrink down, I'll follow them inside.
All right, so we wait until Verm shrinks down, and then we go ahead and go on in.
Not so much.
Yeah, the shrinking did something to my brain, so I.
All right.
I got an 11.
All right, cool. No one made it. All right, you guys go inside, and this is why you don't see why everyone's distracted. You saw this drawn on the interior of the thing. So in the corner of this room you guys find yourselves in is real treasure, not sketched, not like an artist illustration of things. You see a huge big pile of what clearly are silver smurdukes. There is a little coffer, kind of nestled amongst them, and behind them is kind of like a mannequin. Picture like a straw mannequin made to be a clothes horse. You know what I'm saying? And on it is this gown, this incredibly exquisite gown. And Verm, you can give me a check on.
Is it my size?
Oh yeah.
What kind of check am I doing?
It's one size fit all. This is a wheelhouse D20. Add your intelligence modifier and your character level.
9.
9. Yeah,
10.
you don't know.
11.
10. Yeah,
Sorry.
What's the
11?
Dang? I will come over there, dude. You're Colorado is that far, bro.
I would deserve it.
I will go get a smothered burrito, stop by your house, smack you around, eat my burrito, smothered, and then drive home. It's about 11 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be a drive.
All right. So
yeah,
12.
no. So
it certainly looks very magical and austere. It's beautiful. It's done in pink, purple, things with a big old poofy shoulders and whatnot. It's kind of amazing.
That looks magic.
It has that feel to it. There's a lot of work put into it. There are in the many gems that are spangled into its weave. There are patterns in there, multiple patterns and such. And that is when the sketched dragon that nobody saw when he came in comes from his place, sort of in the rest of y'all not looking. Suddenly all the lines in the corner resolve itself, and it is this thing that just stood perfectly perpendicular to you, and it turns around, and it's going to get a freebie shot at somebody. Uno, still straight spot the thing.
Is it that thing over your right shoulder?
Yes.
Well, okay. Plus wings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more of a T-Rex than
And it is a T-Rex. And here's the thing:
number of limbs.
The head is perfectly done, okay, but the wings look right too. But the paws are almost like the back paws are almost like little blobs, like someone drew crappy feet. You know what I'm saying? So it looks really good in bits, but you can tell someone wanted to let y'all know that the claws are really scary and you don't want them to get you. But the back things are just blobs, and it comes out of you.
I'm imagining cartoon shoes.
yeah, almost, yeah. And when it roars, you guys just see lines of drawn lines that represent sound around it, and then it is going to leap down and come at.
Wow.
Boom, Ezal the warrior. Not feeling you today, but boom, man. Okay, that's a crit.
Oh.
All right.
Ow.
So you are going to take the low damage of.
So do we have a crit table for crappily illustrated items?
A crab dragon.
Yes, I was up all night working on it.
Yeah, I know.
Crab dragon.
I illustrated it so much.
It's a crepe dragon.
Yeah.
Is that the all right.
The club-footed sketchy dragon.
Okay, and you are struck to the helm. You're going to take an additional. So it's a total of you take a total of 11 points of damage as this thing sort of reaches out and sort of like bites you over its thing. It dents your helmet in, and your helmet is messed up, and you're actually at a -1 armor class, as your helmet's basically unwearable at this point. Takes the helmet right off of you, take a total damage, and you guys can go ahead and give me an initiative check. How about 17 for y'all kids?
Oh boy.
17, dragging on 17.
18.
Very
18 for Sarcha.
16 for Verm.
16
6.
for Verm.
6 for Isol.
Izal on.
4 for Kulan.
Say again?
4 for Kulan.
4 for Kulan.
10 for Moo.
Mo.
I'm missing somebody. Sarcha, Verm, Moo, Kulan. What'd you get for Izal? I'm sorry.
6.
6 for. I gotta rewrite the whole thing. So it's 4 for Kulan. 6 is for Izal. And then Verm is 16.
I'm looking very unwell at this point.
Well, the good
And-
news is you can burn a point of luck instead of taking an action and heal yourself.
Yeah, you get back. You roll 1 die and add your so a D12 plus your stamina modifier. And if you want to spend additional points of luck, once you see what it is, you can add that same number again and again to heal yourself up. But it takes a full round action to do anything else.
Oh, that's kind of a cool house rule. I like that.
I thought that's how it was. That's how it looked to me, like written in
Yeah,
there.
you can only spend one point to roll the die, but then additional points to modify the die.
That's the way I saw it. But maybe
Oh, you can spend additional points to increase the result like you would with any other roll.
Yeah, but once you have the roll is the number, I think.
Right. But you
Am I
don't get
wrong
to
about
keep
that?
rolling. You don't get to keep rolling and all that.
Let's just call
I think
Michael
that's
right
what you
now.
said.
Hope just
No, I like it.
I'm totally kidding. I'm not calling Michael. All right.
I like it.
Okay. So, yeah, sure enough, it is Sarcha, you are up first. I got a sketched out dragon, someone who likes faces and not feet drew this thing, and it's all teeth and angles and bent wings, and it's furious. So your turn.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually have anything equipped to be super sneaky backstabby with, so I'm just gonna come up alongside Izzle and try to swat this thing in one of its stupid club feet.
All right.
Moving on.
Okay.
I got that many.
You get it. So you didn't get a 1 though. Okay. So that's cool. You swing, and it is still very much up and alive in this fight. So it is actually its turn next, and it is going. Yeah, it is. So it is going to swing out at you with real anger here. It's going after Sarcha after that attack attempt.
I didn't even hit it.
I know, but it's got rules. One of the rules is I'm gonna get you, and it is gonna hit, and it is gonna do a regular attack of 9 points of damage. So actually, it looks like it kind of like just nipped you, like it didn't get you real bad.
Ow.
Yeah, but and you know what it feels like? Imagine 600 paper cuts carefully applied. It's like that.
I
Ow.
was waiting. Okay. Mo, life sucks. What?
All right. So that was this whole thing. So it's Verm. Verm, you're up next.
Hey, dumb question.
Sure.
Is Spellburn in Lankhmar a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spell burn first, you can burn luck after.
Yep. All right. I just didn't know if that was allowed in.
Oh yeah, just no stupid clerics.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna burn 5
It's like
points
a
of
Jeff,
agility.
It's a Jeff Paradise. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sadly.
And I'm gonna try to color spray this thing.
Ooh, okay, do it.
So that is a 24.
Dude, you should only be
Nice.
casting spells because you're crap at the other stuff.
Right.
Well, actually, no. You got that
That's
out of the dagger.
hurtful,
pretty good.
Brendan.
You got that. Just strength
This
rolls.
is the best stretch of rolls I have ever done playing DCC. This is crazy. All right.
All right. Give me that color spray.
Let's see. 1d4 damage and are knocked unconscious for 3d4 plus 1 rounds.
Okay, give me damage.
I'm sure that's minimal against a dragon. 1 point. 2 points. Sorry.
Yeah, he's good enough. And then okay, I guess I gotta make my saving throw. You got a 24?
24.
Goodness gracious. All right. Can he make it? Not as such.
Yay!
How many rounds he out for?
2d4.
All right.
3d4 plus 1 rounds. And then when after he wakes up, he's blind for 1d4 plus 1 rounds after that.
Oof, we'll get that. We'll get to that if it comes up. So go ahead and make me your check there. Just how many rounds?
8 rounds unconscious.
All right, and then we'll roll for the. If he makes it out of there, we'll worry about how long he's blind for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you hit it with this thing, and he like dramatically throws his terribly drawn paws in front of his face. And then, and once again, like their sound lines are all coming off of him in all directions. And then he falls and lays there, and like just for a moment, like an asterisk kind of comes up out of his mouth and like disappears.
Like little tiny dragons flying around in a circle around his head.
I was saving that if somebody actually whacked him one. You know what I'm saying? So,
All right, I had to cut off a finger to do that. So let's hopefully we get to keep some of this treasure.
Gotcha. All right, so what do y'all do? I got an unconscious dragon.
We
Is
can't really tie a dragon up, can we?
What if we can erase it?
Yeah.
Can we
Lick a
set
finger.
fire to it?
Start rubbing it.
Or yeah, at least put a black hole under its head or something and get it stuck.
Use the environment to our benefit. Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
you want to try to rub a hole into the ground and see if you can't like suck it down in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Use
do
a
it?
couple drops of water, maybe.
Yeah. Who is going to be the person to do so?
Can we use,
Isol licks
use
a
an arrow?
finger, walks
Alright.
up, licks a finger, and rubs the dragon's nose with a wet finger
Oh,
to
man.
try and sort of blur the beautifully drawn face.
Careful, don't wake it up though.
Gotcha. All right. So you start blurring its face out. I guess go ahead and give me a luck check.
Oh God, I really got the worst
Roll
dice.
low.
It's right on my luck.
That's a make.
Pass.
So yeah, so I will say you were able to smudge the lines of its face, but you don't actually tear a hole in the ground. You just sort of smudge its face all up, and you kind of like cross it, like where its eyes are just kind of a blur now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, what happens if I just take my dagger and stick it in the ground? Is it like it's going through paper?
Do you try it?
Yeah.
All right. It rips a hole in this, and all of a sudden, underneath you see this blackness. Give me a strength check.
6.
Yeah, you are once again sucked down there into your arm. Oh! You feel this thing tugging at you, and you think you got one round with a 6 until you go through to wherever this thing leads you to.
I was hoping I could cut an outline of the dragon as it's laying there, but
Yeah.
but nope, I'm stuck now. Help again.
You
Can
know,
we
Alright.
shoot
I mean,
the dragon
that's
into
some-
that hole?
That's some wily coyote action. I appreciate that. You're gonna try to drag the dragon over and stuff it in front of it.
Well, I thought he was right next to the dragon while doing it because he was like,
Yeah.
trying to
Cutting around
the
it.
outline of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will. Okay. So, Verm's arm is still down there in the hole he made with his dagger. Okay. Which is, I was really waiting on someone to make a 1 on a check with one or an arrow to do this, but yeah. So give me a strength check for him for you to get your arm out, Verm, and then the rest of y'all can drag the dragon over.
Okay.
All right, that's a 14 on strength.
Yes, you're good. You actually
Okay.
get your arm out this time, and then drag it, and but you can see that this hole was like. But once you guys sort of shove that dragon in place, you bring it over there, then it kind of sutures the hole, and it's sort of laying there in kind of a heap, and
It clogs the vacuum.
It clogs up the vacuum.
Okay.
So if we now got half a dragon.
You kind of got him sort of like this, you know what I mean? You can still, and his face is still
So smudgy.
But I want to take my my short bow, and I want to try and do a second hole at the front half of the dragon, just next to it. The hope that we kind of got half the dragon, the middle half of the dragon is out, but the head is down and the tail end is down.
Loch Ness Monster style.
Exactly.
I got you. All right. You can just make me a D die check for this action.
That'll be a cock die. Hang on. That's a 3.
Yeah. You shoot a hole in this thing, and its tail goes boom, and sort of winds up stuck in there, and it goes in as far as the tail. It goes into a certain point, whoop, and then when the tail gets wide enough, it stops going any further.
Cool.
So I'm gonna say all this is 3 rounds in. So.
Is there any other doorway drawn into this place?
There are no other doorways drawn into here.
This is the main place. Okay.
Yeah, and according to the map you saw earlier, just beyond this back wall is the back wall of the castle, and then more woods.
Okay, so yeah.
Wonder how we're supposed to get out of here.
The coffer? I'll check out the coffer.
Okay. Coffer. It is yeah, you can go over there, you can check the coffer out. This has been sketched carefully, and it's got a little bit of a lock there in front of it.
Kulon, you want the honors, or you want me to look at it?
Take it away. I've got you back. I'll yell useful advice,
Nat 20.
and possibly
Nice.
provide.
You take a look
Clearly,
at it.
clearly my presence.
Yeah. You actually look through it, like looking through the actual keyhole and such, and you can see there's a great big X there in the interior part there with all sharp bits and such. And you think this is somebody's sketched trap on the interior of this coffer. And good catching, guys. So take a point of fleeting luck for catching this trap, because there you go.
Okay, so best way to get rid of this. I don't rightly know if thieves' tools are gonna do the trick, guys. What do you think?
Good point.
Right.
Any attempt to damage it though might damage the fabric of this place, or what's inside the coffer. If
Tis a pickle. Mo, what you think?
Well, what exactly do you think You're the thief. What would you do if we were out in the normal world?
All right, look, I've already gotten the same advice from somebody today.
That's not what I mean. That's a straight question. If we were out there, what would you do? How would you go around this if we were up there?
Out there, I would use my thieves' tools because it's a matter of mechanics. But this is more of a kid's.
I think we need to try and find a way to make the challenge disappear.
Using what we have, that could be a little difficult.
what's your forged document, Sasha? Sasha, what's your forged document?
Impressive.
You should forge an unlocked trap.
Just is there some? I mean, I know we've had limited success drawing, but we have the charcoal.
Since I can see through it and all of that, can I try to recreate it? I will actually use the tip of my thieves tool to prick my own finger, and that way I can have a very thin layer of something to use as ink.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are you going to try to create with this ink blood?
I'm going to try to recreate what I saw on the other side, minus the X.
Okay, gotcha. No problem. Give me a forged document check.
No, don't screw it up, please. It's an unnatural 6. I'm sorry, it's a natural 16 total. This is me spending fleeting luck. I'll stick on a 20.
There you go. Yeah, you know what? Like, you prick your finger and you sort of draw the interior of this thing, but without now, like, kind of like shade it out. So you like take out that part out there and such. And yeah, it feels like right. Like once you get it done, you're like, okay. Like when you step back from it, you can't see it because all the interior. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only see it if you get real close. And yeah, looks good.
Throw some jewels in there while you're at it.
No, now I open it.
Okay, you open it, and inside there, the bottom is once again something that is not sketched. Like the coffer is sketched, okay? But inside there is what looks to be a rolled up cloth tied with a red ribbon there in the middle.
Oh God. After you guys.
Verm will take a look at that. That looks kind of scrolly.
Yeah.
All right, Verm, do you undo the ribbon and open it up?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you undo the ribbon and you open it up. Once again, it rolls out real flat, like it was, meant to. But the you are looking at somebody's, you know what a sampler is?
A sampler?
Yeah.
Like
you hang on a wall,
sampler?
like an embroidery sampler.
Oh, okay.
Needlepoint.
Home sweet home, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Travel east, travel west. We had one. It is. Looks like someone has taken a real careful, like someone has really carefully done an embroidery and like of another building someplace. Give me an intelligence check. D20, add your bump.
Natural 1.
You don't know what it's supposed to be. Like, you can get it in all directions and such, but like it is clearly another map of another place.
I'll hand it to everybody else.
Cullen's busy just filling his pockets and bags and sacks with
the
coins
real
and,
treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real stuff.
That's a good shout.
It's definitely real treasure. You start loading your stuff up there. Yeah, there is more shekels than you have containers to stuff into. Personally, yourself by yourself. There's smurduks, silver shekels.
Products.
Is it meaning of the world?
Silver.
There are a whole bunch of silver smurduks, just a junk ton of them. Okay, so
Isol's just been sort of standing, trying to recuperate and rest, and I shall heal.
yeah, you go ahead and make your check.
That's a really good reminder. Yeah.
Yay. 10. That's good. Not completely dead anymore. Yay.
Gotcha. All right, who takes the embroidered map? Well, you had it, but you said you were going to hand it to somebody.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
I'll take
anybody
it.
else that's interested.
I
This doesn't
didn't pay
make any
much
sense to
attention
me.
the previous
So,
one, so.
All right, Moo, you can take a look at it. Give me an intelligence check. Come on, Moo. I believe in you.
I'd find the dice.
you can't do worse than me.
Moo. You can't do worse than Verm did.
17.
17, like you take it and look at it, and then you flip it around the other way, and you're like, obviously. Yeah, this is clearly like someone did a map of the silk factory where you guys were and such, like including the dead bodies out like that you have dragged inside there are like someone has needle pointed them on into there, and amongst other things in there, you see the little translator guy, like you see like it looks like he is like fleeing off the edge of the map there, like he's the last thing that you see there, like. Him running. They've even taken the time to draw a little blue tear coming out of his eye from where he was a moment ago.
This might be the way out of here.
Yeah. Hey, does anyone have that pencil? I just want to kind of write on this guy. That charcoal.
What do you write on him?
I just want to scribble over him with charcoal.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Give me a luck check.
Give him like a third arm or something.
Yeah, I like that. We give him a third arm.
Or horns.
Sure. Third arm, horns.
Don't worry, that's a massive fail on the luck check. I got an 18.
All right, cool. All right, I got you. Yeah, you just kind of managed to make him smudgy. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Like
I'm
he
happy
looks-
with that.
Now with his just legs and arms coming out of this, mass.
Hey guys, look at this. This is really cool.
Mhm.
I think that's where we came from, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
Much
why I
better
didn't
than
see
the
it.
previous map.
this is making me very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. There's not really any comfortable seating here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, give me that roll for how long the dragon is blinded for, starting this
Uh-oh.
exact second.
Three rounds.
All right, so here's what happens. The dragon suddenly rears up, okay? But he also has his face completely smeared, and he's like looking around like at everything and such. And like he tries to roar, but like his mouth is too smudgy, so there's not even like roar lines coming out of it before and such. And he just starts to like panic and like looks around. And then he starts in with his claws on the fabric of the ground, just like ripping in general and such. And suddenly you have this great big tear of blackness. And he rips it, and then he gets sucked through it. And this tear now is getting bigger and bigger. You guys don't know how much time you have before this whole thing, like you all sort of get like dragged down into this, but you all feel the pull of the hole. And like through it, you see this dragon fading away. Appearing into we don't know what, but it's again the darkest of dark.
Is there any music this time with this map?
No, there's no music playing at this point.
No terrible singing.
I'm gonna lean into the map. You know, like
Yeah.
push my head into it. Like I'm
Okay, so,
expecting something.
Yeah. Hey, RevDoc 6699. Thank you, RevDoc. You the man. Appreciate you, bro. You are awesome, and you are always welcome here. Come and hang out in the chat room. We love having you. Okay, so cool on, you do that, and yeah, you find yourself like suddenly it's like you fall and fall and fall, and you find yourself back into the real world. And Kulan is gone and has disappeared into this map. You said you were stuffing coins into your. What do you have as far as like a container?
I mean, just a couple of sacks and pouches.
Sacks and pouches. I'm gonna go give me a D20 check. I'm gonna see like just a high-low roll. Players want high on this particular option.
That was a 9.
You got a 9. Yeah. You know what? You make off with right at 80 Smurdukes. You know, manage to stuff into your pack before you get any place. Cha-ching. All right. The rest of you. Okay. Let's actually roll initiative at this point. So it is a 19. Give me a roll, you crazies. For Verm, give me a roll.
6.
Sarsha.
20.
Izol.
17.
And Moo.
Also 20.
Also a 20. So Sarsha and Moo, you can go in the same round. This thing
Bonk
is.
heads.
This tear is getting bigger and bigger, and now the dragon is so far off you can't see it at all. All you can see is blackness through this thing. The edges are rippling and getting larger as this thing tears, and the noise of the tearing of this thing is world shattering. It's like, you know, like imagine the fabric. It's like the fabric of the world is tearing, and you're within it, and it's like all you can hear is the incredible sound of the ripping as this thing gets larger and larger.
Is there such thing as holding an action in DCC?
Absolutely, you can hold that action.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm just going to shout, Kulan has made it into the map. Everyone go. I've got it. And I'm just holding the map.
Yeah.
All right. So if that's the case, Sarsha, what are you going to do?
Face plant into the map.
All right. Well,
Never thought I'd use those words. Yeah.
Yeah, you jump through and get like sucked out and back into the actual real world. So next is Ezal. What are you gonna do?
Having seen two of the party disappear through the embroidered map, Izol also goes straight through and sort of dive head first.
Yeah,
Sort of,
you give it the look. I love that. Yeah, and you once again also find yourself back in the silk warehouse and such. So it is 7. There's only one person I beat initiative this time. It is Verm. Verm, this hole gets bigger and bigger and threatens to destroy absolutely everything. Give me an agility check this round. Not get sucked into it.
Oh, damn, because agility is what I burned on the spell burn. 3, 4, 5, 6. So a 6 is a -1. I got a 5.
Ooh.
What's your luck situation? You got any luck to spend?
I got a couple luck.
I mean, how many luck?
And you got Mo there helping you.
Yeah.
I'm holding the map.
I got 12 luck.
Oh. So
You got a 5. You don't have to burn all of them. You can burn 8 of them.
Okay.
All right. So you nearly get sucked down into the void there, but not quite. Yeah. And what are you? So what are you? You can still act this round. So what are you gonna do?
This is Lankhmar, and you don't get anything if you don't make an effort. So I'm gonna double handful several scoops of coin into that coffer that was holding the map, and then I'm gonna scoop up the coffer and get as close to the other map as I can in one action.
Okay, you got it. So you scoop up as many coins and grab the coffer, get like a pile of them, and then dive through.
Yeah, if I can actually get to the map, then yeah, I'll just dive through.
Yeah, it's like a move action. So like your action is to grab them, and then your move action is to go over there. And so like you're essentially running into the map. You know what I'm saying? So,
but just these big double handfuls of
Yeah.
as many coins as I can pack in there in 15 seconds.
I'm gonna say you're gonna get like 20 plus. Call it 2 die 30 if you want to roll it up. That's how many?
Okay.
How many?
I don't get to roll the 30 very often.
Yeah,
Right.
Smurdukes. My version
of course,
is Schmendrix.
I roll a 5.
LaSalmar, they'd have Schmerd. They'd have
28.
Yeah, so you grab up as many coins as you can grab real quick and then make it in there. Moo, this tear gets bigger and bigger. What are you gonna do?
So I will have been trying to get as many coins as I can into my satchel.
Mm-hmm.
But my intention is basically to just try and effectively put the map down on the floor and stomp down into it.
Okay, so you grab a handful of coins, whoops, and then you jump there into the map. Yeah, sure enough, you do that, and you find yourself there in the real world. You are now all standing around like this thing. A moment later, sort of like getting used to gravity and lights and sound again. And you can see where the map's now got a couple little holes through it, a tiny little bird mark, a little bit of a wet mark in there. It looks like it's taking some, it's taking its toll. What do y'all do?
We land back in the room that we left.
Yeah, so you were in the front room of the silk shop where you guys barred the door and like closed all the curtains. You're back in that room.
I'm curious to know what happened to our friend.
Yeah, what? Wow. The fact that the bodies were in there. Oh man, that's creepy.
Should we go put the moose head back?
Yeah, let's go back in the alley and see what's there.
Was there a dummy map to go in the moose head? Or was that the plan?
Where are you? Okay, no one has seen. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I will go ahead and reiterate the plan back to you. Okay. The plan was to get the moose head, to bring it back to the silk merchant shop on Immigrant Street, spelled incorrectly. And then to let Smot and Frit do their thing, and then to return, put the head back before anyone realizes it has been gone.
Oh crap! We gotta take the moose head back.
Yeah.
Mm.
And apparently Smot and what's his name? Smot and
Frick.
Funk? Frit? Smot and
Frick.
Frick. Apparently their thing is sit there and bleed.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's like,
Well, that was
Yeah.
their thing that they had to do, right?
Yeah.
you
Just
think you could
say
have
that.
gotten amateurs a lot cheaper?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's in those packs that the other guy had?
You open one of them up. Inside, on the outside, like I said, rope and shovels and things. The inside, each one has got a elaborate, a calligraphy set, ink, pens, all kinds of stuff on top of there and such.
Charcoal. Yeah.
I only mentioned them 5 times. You know, I did what I could. Yeah,
Great. Yeah.
sketches. You know. Jack Kirby teaches you to draw the comic book heroes, copy each one and such.
Are you kidding, Brendan? We probably still would have left them here, even if we'd known what was in them.
I tried.
It's the same thing in the other pack. Because there were 2.
Yeah, there were 4, total 4.
Oh,
They're all the same thing. The outside's got climbing gear, and the inside has got art supplies. This one's got colored pencils.
Hilarious. Erase.
Well, guys, I think we should take the packs because we could probably sell these art supplies on.
I mean,
Well-
it's good stuff, you know.
We don't have to. We don't have to put the map back. We could always venture back into it at a later time if
Well,
there's
no.
anything left.
What else?
Not to be a spoil sport, but why do we need to take the moose head back at all at this point?
So that
So that
Hammermill
gang-
doesn't put a hit on us.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
I kind of want to get back in his good books, even if I did kill his budgie.
So looking at the map, the one at this scale, is there like a hole in the castle
Mm-hmm. It's a little
through the
tear.
parchment?
Teeny tiny tear there, but you can totally see it.
Okay.
Is there
Where was
anything else on
the
the map?
Say again?
Is there anything else on the map?
Like a
there's
little
castle,
burn mark?
we see like the wood.
Yeah,
Is
there's-
there anything else?
Little burn mark, tiny little wet spot. But yeah, there's castle situated amongst woods. If you had gone far enough north, there was a river that was drawn onto there.
Okay.
But you didn't go any further north than the castle. So
on the map back in the other plane? Where was the guy that I kind of smudged all over?
Much. He was almost at the corner of the map, which would have put him in the alley behind the building.
I'm going to find the alley behind the building.
mhm.
All right, you guys walk out there. When you guys walk, as you make your way to the back of this thing, you can hear the horse freaking out. I can't do horse noises. It's one of my many weaknesses. Horse noises. He's mad. Wilbur, do something about this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. What do you and I've been around horses. I just can't. All right, you hear him before you see them, and when you walk out there, you see that the horse has dragged the cart as far as he can into the corner between 2 buildings, and now is wedged in there trying to get away. Back there, you see a creature just absolutely hideous. This is what it looks like. Okay, arms, leg, half a head up like this, one leg, and this black curvy interior part, and it's like, it sees you. And it's like swings one of those arms towards you, and the arm just grows out, like comes out of
Nice.
this thing. And you see half of this face saying, "I was just here to translate." He's trying to murder you. Give me an initiative check. What it
Please.
You're looking at a 9 or better.
15, 19.
19 for Moo.
15.
Firm. 15 for Izal.
Yeah.
10 for Berm.
Kulan.
4.
And did you say a 9 for Sarsha? Did you say anything? What did you for Sarsha?
11.
Crap.
Crap in yourself.
Oh, you know what? No, you can see my notes. I wrote it like too small. Like I put them too close together. So I had to like draw an arrow. This is how I goof myself up all the time. So it's going to go Moo, Izal, then Sarcha. Do not let me get that wrong. Then Verm, then whatever we're dealing with here, and with Kulan, cooling out at 4.
Oof.
Cool.
All right. So it is once again. It is Moo.
So I'm gonna take it.
His arm is like, you can picture it. It's like the arm is leaving the body, just attached by a tendril of you don't know what, smudgy blackness, and coming at you like real alacrity.
You did that yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take my water skin full of oil.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Hector Stoneaxe. What? Hector Stoneaxe, thank you for subbing. You're the man. And I'm gonna put it in the chat room. What's up?
Awesome.
Yeah, Hector's my mate Paul. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the sub.
Hello, Paul.
Hey,
Hello,
Paul.
Hector. Hello. Welcome.
So much.
I'm hoping that the stream hasn't frozen, but my Zoom has just frozen. So apologies
Uh-oh.
if
You're
it
good
has.
on land.
No, you're fine here.
Cool.
Yeah, we can
All right.
see you.
Good,
Can you all
good.
see us okay if you're watching? It's like a free ride when you've already paid. I know, right? Erratic buffoonery.
I wish I had time to forge
Twitch froze.
a copy of the map.
Okay, be right back. I'm just going to re-log into Zoom, which will mean that Twitch is possibly frozen, guys.
Oh, and now you've frozen.
Yeah.
Not to me. You look fine to me.
The internet will catch up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't tell that story I was thinking of.
This is gonna need an edit. Hey.
And he's back.
Bruce is
Bruce, you're
back.
on mute.
We can't hear you.
Oh, and we ended up in the correct spots. Nice.
Boom, kids. Look at us. Look at us.
Did you miss this?
Professionals. Yes.
And
we are
you're back in the room.
Oh yeah. Let's not violate any more copyrights than we already have.
It wasn't the sketchy lady song.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't hit that note. I can't do it. All right.
Oh my god.
I know.
I love you,
You
Bruce.
just have to sing it in a different register, don't you?
Uncle Brendan takes
okay.
notes.
Sorry, Jess. You can hear me now. Hopefully, I had my mic muted for everybody else, but you could all hear me. So,
All right, one more time. Can you
like
hear
I
us
say,
now?
smooth.
Can you hear me, Madrid?
All right. Jess says she can hear us now that we're back. Okay, good.
Awesome.
Wicked.
So I'm going
Right,
to take
where were
I'm going to take my water skin, which is full of oil, and
did say so.
well, because I was using it to
Yeah, you said
Freeze
earlier you had a
Yep.
yeah.
flask
So
of oil
I'm
you mentioned.
rather than using my sword, I'm just going to take the lid off that, and I'm just going to hold it up, and I'm just going to go like that and see if it smudges this charcoal.
All right. This is body oil, right? Not lamp oil. This is like
Right. Body oil.
Gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right, you push. You like shoot like a gush of oil.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess just give me a D-die check plus your agility modifier plus D20.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Well, that was numbers. That'd be a 6.
Yeah. Total 6.
Yeah.
You know what? Like the way its body is stretched out and elongated, you shoot a shot of oil and it goes right through it and hits the wall behind it of the office building or whatever's over there, the building back behind it. And that is what happens. And it does.
Oh man!
You actually okay? So Moo said that they were going out there and back. Nobody else said so far. So is all. If you want to get involved, let's say you got a move action to get out there to the back, and then you can then you see this thing like reaching over there and trying to grab Moo, and that is what you see. So
yeah. So Izol moves out, following Moo,
right.
and pulls her longbow while they're at it.
Yeah,
coming
sure.
out and sees how big is this half-drawn smudgy.
I mean, the arms and legs are normal size. The half head is half head size, but like the middle part, he's all kind of stretched out and elongated at a weird angle. Like it looks like he could grab like something and then grab something else like 20 feet away because of the way his arms are now.
Like Stretch Armstrong style.
Stretch Armstrong style.
Someone's
Except
a
that instead of
Cthulhu.
being Stretch Armstrong, he's all fuzzy. God knows what's it.
Yeah. Gonna go for a headshot.
All right, give me a shot. Headshot.
Let's do it. That one and that one. That's not very good. 4, 5, 6, 7 in total.
Yeah. You went through the half of the head that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And it just goes through and hits the wall behind it. It is now Sarsha, who I had to draw an arrow to include you into the thing because I wrote too big. So Sarsha, your turn.
Yeah, we got
move action to get outside to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
move action to get out there, and then I'm not actually going for the creature. My initial response is to go for the horse. Can I grab one of the backpacks on my way out?
Sure.
Cool. And then I'll go. I'm gonna try to get to the horse and maybe.
So the horse is like trying to get down this alley. It's all in a harness, and the cart is keeping it from getting any further. You know what I'm saying? But you can go over there and next round
approach it from the front, not the back. You never approach the horse from behind.
You see, this is the thing, though. Okay, so like as you come out of the thing, like he's trying to get down the alleyway. So the only way to get to him is that. But he's also harnessed in, so you can't really like you're going to actually get to him. You have to clamber over him to
hopping in the cart.
Hop in the cart. You got it.
That way I'll be behind him, but not in kicking distance.
Not in kicking distance. Yeah, gotcha. He's terrified of talk about sketchy. He's terrified of this dude over here who's just like Zazu the Extended, who is just furious. All right, you bunch of children. It is so it is Verm and then the creature. Verm, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so Verm's gonna kind of run out, look at the creature thing, just kind of shake his head, Mo.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, and so Verm's gonna try to dislodge the cart, try to get it to where it can roll.
You were over there and also helping get the horse out of the cart.
Yeah.
All right, you were over there.
Well, no, not get the horse out of the cart. Get the cart moving again, so we can go return the moose head.
Okay, gosh. Again, it's controlling the horse is the key thing because it's trying to go down this thing. It can't fit in because it's in a harness. But you can be over there helping with that and trying.
So do we have to back the cart up out of the alley?
Yeah, and the horse because he's like the horse is crammed in there. The cart's keeping him from going any further. He's like, and he's making a horse noise. Horse.
All right. I'm going to charm the horse. I'm going to charm the horse.
That's even better than grabbing the reins.
18.
Oh, yeah. Horse makes a save. No, he doesn't really. That'd be hilarious, right?
So hopefully he just calms down and we can
the horse
back him up.
The horse goes blank. and is officially relaxing. But you know what's not relaxing? My monster, who is next on the thing. It's going to swing around. Move. This arm comes at you. Here comes my attack roll. Yeah. What's your armor class with everything? 16 get you?
Yeah, it does, because I'm unarmored.
All right. Oh, all right. So the arm comes around you, okay? The squiggly bit that's holding it on to the squiggly of the torso wraps around you like 6 times, and the rest of it grabs you like around the head and face. So you got this thing constricting on your neck of, what is it, shadow stuff? Tendrils? You don't know. But it's restricting your air. What's your, and you're going to take 4 points of damage from that, and what is your, destroying things. 4 points of damage, and what is your character's stamina score?
I don't know. Where can I find? Oh, there it is. 11.
All right. It is also cutting off your air.
Okay.
So you're okay this round, but we'll see how it goes.
Sorry, how much damage was that for?
Did I rolled it. I think I said 4. I think
you said 4.
Sounds familiar.
2. Yeah.
All right, cool. So it is 4 points of damn damage, man. I think. Should I roll that, or do we remember how much it was?
It was 4.
It's 4. All right, 4 points of damage,
That's
and
it, Brad.
it is cool on. Cool on. It is your turn to.
Okay, so moving out into the fray, longbow drawn, trying to get a bead. Obviously, I can see that Moo is incapacitated. I'm going to try rather than my initial thought was to aim for this thing's all stretched out, the other end of it. I'm actually going to try a trick shot because it looks like he's choking there, and I'm ready to burn the rest of my luck.
All right, so you're gonna armor class 22 to hit the tendril.
Ooh.
Like, and cut it. Tendril, it's a little tiny thing in the air. It's like smoke. Shooting smoke. Get him. So, how badly do we hit Moo? I mean, how badly? I mean, we're talking about he gets shot in the eye?
It was a 4 on the dice.
Oh, okay. It's just, what it does is it terrifies Moo. As
I'm immune to fear.
I'm
like,
it was a 7, 7 modified. I'm not going to get close to 22.
No. Yeah, arrow.
But I did think that was seriously uncool.
Yeah. Arrow whizzes by your head, doesn't come near the creature. It's the top of the order. Moo, it is your turn.
I only have the two-handed sword on the short. I guess I'm going to try and grapple to get out.
All right, give me.
Do you get any kind of advantage because you're slippery? Because you're all greasy and oily?
That's a good point.
You should.
I give you a +1 on if you're trying to get out of a grapple, like just not to grapple, but to get out of one because you're all oiled up.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. So is that an agility?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dude, there's no creature alive that can escape from a greased Mongol. You got this. Go ahead and...
that's 15. 16
Simpsons,
with the
come on,
+1.
guys. That's a Simpson. You got a 16? All right, here comes my check. Yeah, you are able to like slip your... you get it out of there. And now the arm is swinging around on top of your head madly, trying to find purchase on you. While the creature's like, I was just supposed to translate. And is just furious, you know. So luckily, it's Izal is going to go next. Hopefully, she can resolve this whole situation. Izal, what you going to do? Bow in hand, come do command.
Bow in hand, gonna go for the face again. And this time, she's not gonna mess it up. Gonna go straight for the eye.
Pow!
Pow! We're gonna get it. 17.
Yes.
Does that hit?
Roll. That absolutely hits. Please roll me some damage.
2 plus 7, 9.
All right. So, in a day of wonders, You think you've maybe seen the absolute limit of what you can actually deal with. You hit this thing in the face, kadoosh, and like, right in the eye, like a complete kill. And then it seems that killing this thing seems to have ended whatever charm was going on a minute ago. And now, instead of that being tendrils and stuff, suddenly all of that becomes blood and tendrils and viscera spread out over about 40 feet in the back of this alleyway. Whoop! Hanging in the air for just a moment before it all comes raining down on the alleyway. And everyone's like where it leaves this weird,
Like it sounds like a water balloon hitting the ground.
More like you took 2 bottles of wine and splashed them in both directions, and as they hit,
I'm underneath this thing, right? So I'm just going to take my sword and just go.
Just completely covered. You know what? I can't wait. This is calling for CSI Lankhmar to show up and be like, well, maybe no. So that what happened. Okay. Oh, you crazy. So are we gonna go and are we gonna return? Okay, so we got 20 minutes left. Go. 18 minutes left. Ah, damn it.
From the cart, I am grabbing the reins, and I'm gonna try to do the whole boop, boop, boop thing to back up the horse.
That horse is totally charmed, and he will absolutely comply. He's like reversing. He's like stepping like half of the translator is on one side of him, half to the other side as he goes through. Okay, no problem. Blood. He smelled the blood's not even bothering him. You got to back up over a couple of other dead. Well, you put all the other bodies in the side, but he just kind of like, okay. So we extricate the horse out of the alleyway.
Where's the moose head? Is it still
in the back of the cart? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's now completely covered in viscera, or did it manage to?
You might want to grab the tarp.
Is it covered in?
No, but the tarp is.
Grab a whole bunch of the silks to drape over it. So
yes.
Yeah.
You can go in there. You get about maybe 20 gold pieces worth of gold rilks of silk. 20 gold rilks of silk. That should be the name of your talk show. And you sort of like cover it up in this lovely flower print. Just like, oh, it's gorgeous, And we make our way back to the Platinum Pelican. Who has the lowest luck in the party at this point?
5?
Probably me.
Anyone more than a 5?
7?
7. Nope, it's 5.
Bruce says.
All right, 5.
Bruce
Gotcha.
wins.
Bruce, give me a luck check. Roll me low underneath your luck.
Hey, rolling low's been no problem lately. 5.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
So here's the final scene. You guys haul the moose head. Okay. Is the map going back in the case in the moose head, or what's the situation with that?
The case is going back in the head. Do you reckon? Not the map. Maybe you roll. Yeah. Ooh. Can we roll some burnt paper or something? Something that might have been the map once, maybe.
Yeah,
we don't technically know that this map exists.
Press it against the horse to get some blood on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Get some paper and just ruin
that
it.
Page of a spell book.
Yeah, I got some parchment. Just use this.
There you go. Yeah. You roll it up there and cram it in there, and we put that back in there. We climb. The thieves climb up. We get the moose head back in there. You guys literally get this moose hair just as the dude on the ground is like, oh my god. Like just as the nobleman who you cacked earlier is starting to get out. You're like, and you guys creep out of there and leave that. So you guys have actually mission accomplished it.
I was afraid you're gonna have to dance in holding it like a parade puppet or something.
I was thinking
way easier.
I was wondering if that was how it was gonna go, but just as you guys are getting outside there, you hear someone inside yelling, "All right, Society of Hosper and Valiance, it's time for the ceremony!" And people start cheering and such as you guys are making your way out of the alleyway and leading the cart out of there. All right, so I want to give who has the highest luck in the left in the game?
I got 10.
You got 10? All right, so just give me we're gonna one final roll. How does this work out for our gang? Are we busted? Do we get caught? Is it happening? Is it worse than this? So
Nope.
Izal, roll me a d20. You want to roll high.
Ah.
Rolled a 2.
So yeah.
did.
So like 3 days later, they drag you guys back out of the cells. They had you on the first time, and they're looking at that parchment there with a very clear bloody finger smudge that absolutely belongs to Izal. Like you can't miss it. And let's just say
Name in the bottom of it.
Yep, the consequences are just dire, everybody, just dire. So we'll go ahead and stop it here for tonight. But thank you all for coming and playing with me. And thank you for watching, for tuning in. You guys are so. Oh, hey, Guru
Phil just subbed.
Prime. Thank you, Guru.
That'll be me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil.
Now, the really fun part after this, Brendan, is when we get the carousing table. Because the beginning of our next session, I'm gonna want to recoup some luck and, dear God, some hit points.
Yeah. You know what? Hamamel is going to make it where no one's getting the next session. I'm afraid. With a 2 on that check, he was not real happy with y'all. Hey,
we did exactly.
I gave you a roll. If you guys had gotten a 20, you would have been the toast of the guild. Like, there would have been like,
We did exactly what he asked us to do.
Exactly.
It was a bad deal all around, and the goal the entire time was that gown that everyone's trying to get a hold of. So yeah, whoopsie noodles. So that might have mitigated. If you had
keeping his horse.
cool. Well, we'll say this leaves with you guys on the run from the Thieves Guild and having to make your way to your next adventure. So we will go ahead and we'll stop here. But again, thank you very much. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. You're completely have my gratitude.
Yeah, thanks, folks. Thanks for
everyone for tuning in, for watching us do some Lankhmar. Thank you all so much. And come back next week when something crazy is going to happen. I can't even tell you it's so crazy. It's that crazy. Teletubbies! No, I'm not. It's not going to be Teletubbies.
Please no.
Thanks, everybody. Sing us off, Bruce.
Cheers, everybody. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Ah.